Cinekuest video 2021. This year we are delving into movies that were made with the basis of a video game in mind.
Yeah, and for the most part, they are all considered absolute garbage.
Not all of them. I mean, there's
you're right. There's Resident
it's all
Evil.
nostalgia, really. If it's good, it's all nostalgia.
You know, Double Dragon.
That's right. Absolutely, Double Dragon, which is on the list.
Yeah, it's on the list.
I forgot House of the Dead was a movie.
Yeah, and I think it had a sequel.
Everyone should forget that it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, like,
did you have to put some quarters in it to watch it?
You know what? That would have probably improved it.
Yeah,
that would have been better. You know what? Wow, nostalgia factor. Insert coins. Boop, boop, boop. Mm-hmm. No, that'll be the introduction to the U-Bowl verse that we'll be going into at some point. That'll you know what? That's more than likely going to be a shitfest theme.
It's going to be a painful.
Well, yeah.
It's going to be a painful watch.
But not if we've got this kombucha to get us through.
Flying number kombucha that we're drinking here.
Sipping on for the moment.
Trying to make sure we're getting our nutrients from the ancient berries, like elderberry and is it goji?
Yeah.
Goji and raspberry, apparently.
Hey, it's gluten-free, vegan, organic.
0 carbs, 85 calories.
Wow. Hipsters.
For your fucking hippies.
We're really reaching with this, and somehow they pulled money out of a tragedy or whatever kind of thing. Good for them, I guess.
All right. So before we continue, we're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Ray, one of your hosts, and we are in studio. We're in Bryce's studio right now.
Yeah.
And you'll see it right now. Actually,
Studio Young Breezy.
We're in his studio kitchen.
Yeah, that's right.
Or dining area. Sorry.
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
People.
So Bryce, thank you for allowing us to be in your studio.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we have to remind ourselves that we're being videotaped.
Oh,
all right.
So, you don't have to look at the camera necessarily, but you know. And Roland in studio also.
Yay.
And in Pacific Northwest Studios.
This is Daniel, hanging out,
all right.
chilling.
Awesome. So, Super Mario Brothers. We are gonna try something a little different this time around, and give you some information, which is not something we normally do here at Cinekuest Video.
No, in fact, we typically avoid that. We are anti.
But this time around, we want to provide our listeners with some information so they can make their own judgments on whether or not they want to watch this movie or even play the video game themselves.
Yes, for you.
If you haven't already,
non-believers that we would generally shun. In this case, we're trying to be more inclusive and bring you all over into.
Was there a Super Mario Brothers the movie, the game?
that was supposed to be the sequel.
That would be really interesting. Play as Bob Hoskins.
Yeah,
Hoskins.
John Leguizamo.
Oh, that would have been great. Actually,
you have to save some mathematics.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Would it be like how the Street Fighter, the movie, the game? Would it actually be like the character, like the person? Like Mortal Kombat style.
Somebody should get in on that. I mean, like. Are the likenesses of Bob Hoskins and Dennis Hopper like owned by the family or anything like that? You know, I mean, they're not around anymore. So like, who would you? Maybe we could make some holograms out of them or whatever. Fucking Tupac, Michael Jackson style.
But I told you,
Bob Hoskins
all you gotta
LLC
do is bring back like a Luigi movie, and then you have Luigi and Wario. He's playing two characters.
Yeah.
He's done it before.
Oh yeah, I mean he was the clown. He was clown in Spawn, so that's pretty much.
Well, I was going to reference The Pest, where he played multiple characters in the intro. he was like Count Dracula. He was an Asian person.
Yeah,
which was very racist.
Very. But in case any of you didn't know, like Latino is Asian and Native American adjacent, so it's not completely racist.
So he can kind of do that.
Yeah, he can kind of.
Oh, so we can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
You might be able to, Ray. I don't know.
I can pass for Filipino. It's all right.
I think if I did it, it would probably be over the line just a little bit because I just don't have the right shade for it.
Ray, I've never seen you make pen seat.
Roland, you want to give us some information on the actual Super Mario's video game before we get into the movie?
So there's a lot of shit here, obviously, for anybody that has any idea of what the fuck the goddamn Mario Bros. Franchise is. But for those of you few unprivileged, uncivilized, uncultured, likable people.
Nice, please.
Nice. Exactly. That we want here.
We don't want to like turn off the people listening or watching for that matter. Because if they're watching up to this point and they haven't been
Mario Brothers, you guys ruined it for me.
Yeah, right.
You fucking assholes.
Maybe we can have a Mario Brothers like jumping out.
All right, Mickey Mouse. This wasn't meant for you.
My hand is a guide. remind myself. My hand is a guide.
Throwing a bunch of the coin noise.
So yeah, Mario Brothers is a platform game developed and published for arcades. Originally, I don't know if anybody remembers that shit. The fucking checking that shit on the arcade, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah. What was the arcade called in Harlingen? It was
the Tilts.
Was it the Tilts?
Full Tilts over at the fucking Harlingen Mall.
Yep,
I love that place.
They try to keep it going. Like I remember when they put computers in there.
Yeah,
like, they try to make it one of those like gaming cafes.
Yeah, and like
did they really do that?
They made it so like you had like a rate or whatever. I think you would pay them like $5 or whatever or something, and you could just go in there for an hour. And I was like, the last 2 times I went to check that out, I was like, fuck yeah, no more quarters. This works for me. Obviously, they're fucking gone, like with the rest of that whole shithole mall. Yeah. I mean, sucks. I always thought the Harlingen Mall was classy. And like the McAllen Mall was kind of like ghetto fabulous, but still fucking, now it's all, I mean, it's cool, but nobody's
it's not. But please continue.
Like quote unquote cool-ish, because
they have a Spencer's.
There's nothing there.
Spencer's is still there.
Yeah, somehow you can still get.
Well, I just remember the Harlingen Mall had like one of the last remaining Sam Goody.
Yeah,
was an FYE now?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was an FYE.
Yeah, it became.
It went straight from Sam Goody to FYE.
Wait, no, it was Camelot, and then it was those are two separate.
It was Musicland. It was Camelot. Then it was Sam Goody.
Sam Goody was its own though, wasn't it?
And then it went to FYE.
I remember there was 2 stores. There was Sam Goody, and then the FYE was another store.
I don't remember the Camelot. When was?
Yeah, it was Camelot, and then.
That's when we were purchasing cassettes.
I think Camelot was a different place because there were 2 music places in the mall, or like 2 media places.
Then they were competing.
Sam Goody was the high class one because those motherfuckers charged like that shit was expensive, right? And I remember
because I think the other one was like closer down to where fucking like
you could find more obscure
half.
shit than you would at Sam Goody. Sam Goody was more mainstream.
Yeah, because I remember like at Camelot, we could ask the guy if he could like order some imports and shit. Import 45s, and he would do it.
So like I found
that's why we have so many 45s now, because there are a lot of imports and shit.
I found Rhapsody and fucking hell, what was it called? Symphony X at FYE.
Oh, nice.
And I was just like, this is the tits. Fuck you, Sam Goody. Oh, wait, I kind of like those fucking pop figures or whatever. Oh, cool. I'm going to buy me some anime porn. Great. They don't know what the fuck they're selling. Titties, give me. Or whatever.
As opposed, because on the front cover, there's like huge ass tits.
Yeah, but like they just assumed
that's
it
like
was
every anime fucking cover.
Exactly. But these tits were bare, right? All right?
Like nipples this
there
big.
Was no imagination. Yeah, the size of dinner plates. All right, so
and as hard as this fucking microphone
and like cover your hand with the.
Oh yeah, nobody could see that. Okay, so yeah, the arcade was published for arcades. Mario Brothers was published for arcades and by Nintendo in 1983. It was designed by Shigeru Miyamoto and his coworker and Nintendo's chief engineer Gunpei Yokoi. Excuse me. Italian-American plumber Mario and his brother Luigi exterminate creatures emerging from the sewers by flipping them on their backs and kicking them away. The original version of the Mario Brothers, the arcade version, and the Family Computer / Nintendo Entertainment System version were received positively by critics. In Japan, it was called over here in the States and in Europe, it was called the NES, right? The Nintendo Entertainment System. Over there, it was called the Famicom. And Famicom, whatever.
Famicom. Yeah.
I didn't know any of
Famicom.
that.
Yeah, so with the help of the right, which
was
the Super Nintendo.
In the way I perceive it, it was fucking the arcades.
Yeah.
It was Atari.
Yeah.
Then Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, because that was the.
Well, I mean, like, but like the system. Like, I mean, I wasn't aware that Super Mario was like in the arcades.
So there were a few systems that came out. Nintendo was just the one that got like super popularized because around not too long after they started, there was like a video game crash or whatever, and like a lot of fucking studios apparently went under. Atari never really recovered.
Yeah, that was when they became Atari, right? Like it was around the time they released the ET game or something like that.
Yeah, that
just killed everything.
Absolutely. I think E.T. was one of the first.
Could you play like the doctors who are coming to like
take
away?
You played as E.T.
You ran around as a shitty looking E.T. man.
Like it looked like a turd. Really, what you're.
Did they have like a cut like scene in the video game?
No, this is before any of that.
This is like stick figure kind of stupid.
Oh, okay. It's not even like 90s pixelated.
No, you're like
like noise like that. Yeah, like screen flashes and shit. Like get ready for the epileptic to like zap you. No, it was bad. But so like Nintendo was the one to sort of bring the whole industry back, I guess. And so like that's why they've stuck around for so long, because they've just been able to survive. With the help of his father, Miyamoto joined Nintendo in 1977 after impressing then President Hiroshi Yamauchi with his toys. He originally wanted to be a manga artist. He became the company's first artist and helped create art for the arcade game Sheriff, and was later tasked with creating a new arcade unit for the company. This eventually led to the 1981 game Donkey Kong. Miyamoto went on to create both Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda, which became massive successes for the NES. The games helped Nintendo and the NES to dominate the console market, especially after, like I was just saying, the video game crash of 1983. Acting as the company's mascot as well as being the eponymous protagonist of the series, Mario has appeared in over 200 video games since his creation. Depicted as a short, pudgy Italian plumber who resides in the Mushroom Kingdom, his adventures generally center upon rescuing Princess Peach from the Koopa villain Bowser. Mario's fraternal twin brother and sidekick is Luigi. Outside of the Super Mario series, Mario genres include Mario Kart, sports games like Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, RPGs like Mario and Luigi, Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario, and educational games, which fucking sucked.
Mario
Mario
was missing. Mario Lost in Time.
I played that one as a kid.
Mario's
I was like,
Time
what
Machine.
the fuck is going on with that?
Like my brother and I bought that one, and we're like, why? Why are we learning about the fucking Renaissance? Fuck Sir Isaac.
There was a decent Mario one where like taught you how to type. I remember playing on old Tandy system.
It was Mario Paint, right? They had that too.
Yeah. And then there's a music app or music. I forgot what it was called, but like I think it's still used. Actually, you can find YouTube videos of people that like reenact all kinds of bullshit. You know, like Fight of the Bumblebees or whatever.
Well, first it was called Mario Beats, but then the Italian American community got really upset and they sued Nintendo over it, so they rebranded it.
So, acting as the, like I said, sorry, what did I miss here? Yeah, no, actually, I found the one you were talking about, Daniel. That was on my next sentence. Mario teaches typing. Mario teaches typing.
I was going to say, was Daniel, were you like being serious about the beats thing? Or?
Of course not.
Because it seemed like you were like trying to validate what you said.
There's a little factoid I found.
Oh yeah, that's right here. Beats by Mario. Yeah. The franchise has branched into several media, including TV shows, film, comics, licensed merchandise. Mario's been voiced by Charles Martinet since the 90s. Miyamoto created Mario while developing Donkey Kong in an attempt to produce a best-selling video game for Nintendo. Previous games such as Sheriff hadn't achieved the success such as Namco's Pac-Man. Originally, Miyamoto wanted to create a game that used the characters Popeye, Bluto, and Olive Oil. At the time, however, Miyamoto was unable to acquire a license to use the characters, and he wouldn't until 1982 with Popeye. He would end up creating an unnamed player character along with Donkey Kong and Lady, later known as Pauline. According to a widely circulated story during the localization of Donkey Kong for American audiences, Nintendo of America's warehouse landlord, Mario Segale, confronted then-President Minoru Arakawa, demanding back rent. Following a heated argument in which the Nintendo employees eventually convinced Segale he would be paid, they opted to name the character in the game Mario after him. By Miyamoto's own account, Mario's profession was chosen to fit with the game design. Since Donkey Kong takes place on a construction site, Mario is made into a carpenter. And when he appeared again in Mario Brothers, it was decided he should be a plumber because a lot of the game is situated in the underground settings.
Well, I kind of side note. There's something about Kirby too that he was named like he was made in the likeness
he was named,
of some guy.
I forgot about that.
It helped him with some kind of legal trouble, right? Or he's like their lawyer or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was. They did the same thing. They can't.
But like that's not a very good likeness. No. Like, thank you for making me a pink ball.
They
of hot air.
They did. Yeah, they did kind of do it as like a. It was a weird story for that. Yeah, I remember now. It was like a lawyer or something like that for them, and they were like, "Thanks, we're gonna name this guy after you. This little like pink nut with feet and talks and like makes weird noises and
eats everything.
And he's gonna become so he's much beloved like for decades or whatever the fuck. We're gonna make cartoons and all the bullshit out of it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? All right, sure." Thanks, I think.
Is Kirby even around anymore except for in Smash Brothers?
Like in Smash Brothers, yeah. And I think he was on
isn't he on like Mario Party 2?
Yeah.
Well, there's no like Kirby game anymore.
No, there is.
Oh, there is.
I think there was one released. I forget if it was on the Switch or the Wii U that was side scroll or some shit like that. Kirby Delio. And I think some of his older titles from the Wii are available on the Switch store. I'm not too sure because I forget. I haven't fucked around with Nintendo stuff in a while. They're cool, but like the thing with Nintendo is that anybody that's like messed around with
basically, if you don't have like the hardware, you aren't gonna fucking like if you have a Switch, then you're gonna see all that shit or a 3DS or whatever.
Nintendo's always kind of charged a premium for their stuff. Now with the exception of the Switch, I think the Switch is actually pretty well priced.
Did you get your Switch?
Not yet, man. They sold out. I told you, and like I've been trying to get one, and the day that I was gonna buy it, they sold out.
Oh, yeah.
And like within a few hours, they were selling it like online for like $600.
Jesus Christ, it's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, like I'd been meaning to ask, like, what were y'all's first, I guess, exposures to the Mario, the mustache?
Well, Mario. He pulled his pants down.
He unclipped the buttons on his suspenders, on his overalls, and took off his monkey wrench.
I didn't own a system until like
he ate a mushroom and got really big. So what?
I didn't own a system. I didn't own a Nintendo until second grade, and that's because I won it because some girl who won it in a contest previously in school had one already. So her mom made her bring it back, and they raffled it off again.
This is a tool of the devil.
Is it San Benito?
Send it back. We're good Christian, God-fearing family.
Well, she had one already, so like,
she bitch. Back privilege.
So her mom made her bring it back, and then I won it surprisingly, and I took it home. To this day, I've never saved the princess in Super Mario Bros.
Toadstool, Princess Toadstool. In the first, so like in the movie, they used the names from the original Nintendo Mario, even though like they themed it based on the Super Nintendo version, which was the Mario World. And in that one, like there's, that's you see Yoshi, you see Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach is the character in that one, and Bowser is.
I thought it was Daisy.
No, Daisy is the dark-skinned, I guess. She's not a princess.
She's the girl in the yellow dress?
Yeah, in the yellow dress.
With the dark hair.
Yeah.
She's not dark-skinned.
Yeah, she is. She's got a tan, all right? I don't mean like dark, burnt toast dark. I mean like she's got like
Roland, as your legal counsel, I would advise you to just drop this.
I mean she's tanned. Or whatever. She's bronze.
A beautiful tan.
She's a bronzer or some shit. Anyways, so in the first Nintendo, the characters were named Princess Toadstool and King Koopa. And in Super Mario World, like from then on, he's known as Bowser and Princess Peach.
I was not aware of that either.
Yeah.
Well, in Mario 2, which is that wasn't King Koopa though, was it?
No, it was Toad. Not Toad the mushroom. Sorry, it was like a froggy bastard. Wart, excuse me. His name was Wart. Yeah, he was the antagonist of Mario 2, which actually Mario 2 is one of my favorites. Oh yeah, it's also a bitch.
It is. I love that one. Man. It was very weird.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. Like
this one had like the little map you could run along right from zone to zone. Like the little, like
no, that's
three. That's three.
2 is the one where you like pick up the radishes and beets and like throw them at things.
They went like Arabian Nights or whatever. Yeah, that shit. They had the flying carpets and like you could You could like hide in vases or whatever the fuck. And
well, you could play as all the characters too, and they all had like different things.
Yeah, so like that was when they introduced the other characters in the Mario one. It was just Mario and Luigi, and then like the Princess Toadstool, and then I think Toad. I want to say Toad might have been in there. I'm not sure, but anyways, like they were playable characters in the second one. It was Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess.
And, he was in there. Toad was in there. I don't know what I think he just.
He was just fast.
Yeah,
he's like a fast little shit. Mario was like pretty neutral or whatever. Luigi had like a floating jump, and Princess flat out hovered with her dress or whatever.
And that is in part 2.
Yeah. And in 3, it's back to just Mario and Luigi, and then like all of the other characters are just sort of in there. That's when they introduce King Koopa's kids, which are characters in the movie, Iggy and Spike.
And the
But in the movie, they're his
cousins. Oh, that was
she's also a character or one of the bosses.
Yeah, she's one of the daughters in the third one. What was her name?
Yeah, look it up. I can't remember, but when I said the name,
the lady in the movie,
who want the red like crazy hair.
Yeah, who's like pissed off all the time, has a mustache.
Fucking eyebrows.
Yeah, Ivanka. Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel compared Koopa in this movie.
Or whatever the fuck. Sorry, Melania Trump. There you go.
Melania Trump.
Sorry, not the daughter.
But like he comparison to Donald Trump.
I see.
Who else, Daniel?
Okay.
Oh, Dr. Evil. So it's like, yeah, that's Dennis Hopper's King Koopa character. It's a combination of fucking Dr. Evil and fucking Donald Trump, dude.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's a politician apparently in this one. Like,
yeah, it's true.
Even though he's running unopposed, he keeps like putting up fucking posters all around town.
Yep.
Very communist style too. Like
vote Koopa, the environmentalist. Vote Koopa.
Yeah.
He'll give you $2,000.
Nice.
So the name of the chick, the daughter from the game is Wendy.
Oh, there you go, Wendy.
I don't know if was that the name of the character.
I don't recall her
Hold on,
name.
I got it. I'm gonna bring it up right.
I barely remembered Iggy and
now.
Spike.
Yeah, so I mean I haven't watched.
No,
it in
her
a
name
while.
is like Lanny or something like that. Or Lena.
Yeah, something.
Okay.
Lena.
Yeah, that's right. It was Wendy, the original.
Right.
I
from
thought
the game.
for some reason I thought she was like one of the boss characters too.
She is, I think, in the third one. Like you fight all of his kids. They're
Lena. Is her name.
Okay.
Yeah, and then 3 is where they introduce like the whole flying because Super Mario World.
Yeah, the little rabbit, the little raccoon hat thingy.
Yeah, the rabbit is the rabbit ears or whatever. That's in Super Mario 64 and first introduced in the Game Boy, which is Super Mario and the Golden Coins or something like that, where like he's invaded by an alien called Tatanka or Tatanga. Wow. Yeah, it's some funky ass shit.
Apart from emulators in high school where I played, some of like Mario 2 and 3, my real only Mario exposure was the like OG Game Boy version of it. And I played the fuck out of that. But apart from that, I've never touched Mario 64, never played Paper Mario, anything on the Wii, anything, So I have not played anything beyond Super Nintendo level of Mario.
So like was Super Mario World was the first one you played or your first exposure?
Whichever the Game Boy one was, yeah.
Oh, the Game Boy was there was 2 I think on the Game Boy, and then there was Wario.
I didn't hit that one.
The Game Boy was I think the Mario and the Golden Coins or something like that, and it had a sequel, but I forgot about it.
I'm just gonna look it up right quick.
Nah, my first exposure to it was Super Mario World. I never got to play any of the Game Boy ones, but
did you own a Game Boy?
No, I never owned a Game Boy. It sucked, man.
You owned the Game Gear?
I had a Game Gear, but I always wanted a Game Boy, man. I always wanted a Game. Even though
everybody had a Game Boy.
I wanted a Game Gear.
Graphics,
it was just
not color.
It was Super Mario Land.
Yeah, Super Mario Land. It's something. The subtitle was the Golden Coins.
Oh no, that's part 2.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, part 2 is like the 6 golden coins or some bullshit like that.
Okay.
Let's see, I never got.
Yeah, I played the fuck out of that one. That was and then like Mario T just typing as I brought up.
So I'm sorry, Bryce, you were saying like.
No, see, I never had the original NES. I had never had the NES. I started off with Super Nintendo. I think I was a little bit young for the NES, but my cousins had an NES, and every time I'd go over their house, I'd fucking play shit of it, just because I know technically the Super Nintendo was more advanced, but I don't know. I just like the games, like the graphics of the old like shit. Yeah.
So like Mario 3 and Super Mario World came out in the same year.
Oh really?
So I mean,
really?
Like, yeah, it was kind of weird. I think like I played Mario 3, and then I don't know if it was a year or two later when we got a Super Nintendo and I got to play Mario World.
But yeah, I played Super Nintendo. I played the Super Mario RPG, and I played Yoshi's Island, which is technically, it hasn't featured in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I played N64. I played the Mario 64, but after that, I never played any other Mario games after that. Except for Mario Kart.
Insert Dr. Mario, man.
Oh yeah, Dr. Mario. Yeah, I do remember that one.
I played that one.
That shit was pretty fun. That shit was a lot of fun, actually.
That's when you play it 2 players. You could like fuck with the other guy, right? And shit. Yeah.
I think so. I think my sister owned that one because she was a real big Tetris fan. Yeah. And so like she got that too, and I was like, what is this fucked up drugs shit? All right. Cool. Yeah, my brother and I played the most of the Mario games. We had an NES because our cousins were like, I guess they got rid of it or something, and so they gifted it to us. I owned the first Mario and the third one, and then we got a Super Nintendo and had Mario World. We had Yoshi's Island or Yoshi's the one where you play as Baby Mario.
Yeah, it's Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island. And I think it had a sequel or something later on. I don't remember. We did get Mario RPG because that shit was awesome, and it still is. Like a lot of people fucking love the characters. They recently put out a Smash Brothers character. It's like a Mii skin for the character of Genos, because like apparently a lot of people have been bitching. That's like one of the highest voted characters that they want to put in there, and the director was like, look, I know you guys want this or something like that. Like he was a fan too, but I guess that was like the closest thing that they're going to do to it. I don't really know how the rights to that shit go though, because that was developed by Square Enix. At the time they were Squaresoft, and then
did all the Final Fantasy.
Yeah. You're right you're right. Yeah, they did all Final Fantasy and they did Kingdom Hearts.
Did you just put Sephiroth or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. So and Cloud is in there too. Yeah. Cloud was dropped in the Wii U version, I think I want to say, or maybe was this one only. I don't fucking remember. But yeah, like then they dropped Sephiroth in there. So I don't know. Maybe they have like. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't necessarily know how the rights to Mario RPG work per se. Maybe it's the same way.
A little bit of Final Fantasy got invoked real quick. Just a quick sidebar. Have y'all messed with the Final Fantasy VII remake?
No, I've watched it. I think it's interesting, but
I haven't seen shit about it. But just I saw like a couple of clips, and they were like still like early in development before they even pull the rug out from everyone. Like, oh, we're gonna kind of release the content episodically almost, so we'll maximize the returns. Little devils.
That I guess there are like apparently a few other reasons for it, because it's apparently like just so much fucking work for them that that
and it like also made the game massive just because it's so pretty now.
Right, for them to make a remake of the original Final Fantasy VII is a huge fucking game. Like it's like 3 or 4 discs. Yeah, and like you could easily drop 100 hours on that shit.
Well, I mean, Jesus, I mean the OG games themselves were 3-ish discs mostly too, weren't they?
Yes. Final Fantasy VIII was the same. That one was like 3 or 4 as well. I think
I never played 9.
I did.
10 came on. I think just PS2. 1 disc. I think.
Yeah, because it was
on PS2. Yeah.
And I played most of those. Or my brother owned. I owned 7 and 8. He picked up 9 and 10, and then I think he got 10 too.
So totally a contender. I don't think it's on the list, but Final Fantasy Spirit Within.
No, I did see that shit. I saw that shit in theaters. It was so bad. It was so fucking bad. And it was funny because like my sister, one of my older sisters, looked at a picture and she's like, it looks just like the real thing. I was like, no, it fucking doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. Like you're just not used to this. Like this is garbage. The fucking everything about that movie sucked.
So you want to move into like when they decided to actually make this movie because it came out in 1993. The budget
and Mario
itself,
like first dropped in what 85 something like as far as like Super Mario Brothers or whatever. Like
we said when was this? What games were out at the
not
time?
Donkey Kong.
At the time, it was Mario 1, 2, and 3, Super Mario World, and I think the one on the Game Boy was available.
So the Super Mario Brothers on the NES says September 13th, 1985.
Right. The main inspiration for this movie though was the Super Nintendo Super Mario World.
Brothers. Yeah, Mario Brothers came out. Wait, there's a 1983.
Are you? Wait, are you talking about the? Oh, you're talking about the franchise.
Yeah, the game itself.
Yeah, as far as like Mario itself, not like his development when he got kind of like released in Donkey Kong, kind of, you know.
Well, that was Donkey Kong came first, but his own.
No,
game,
I know.
yeah,
I'm just saying like when the
You're
first like our buddy Mario, he's the the feature or whatever.
In Donkey Kong, I think he was called Jumpman or something, and he was actually the villain, if I'm not mistaken, like a Donkey Kong Jr. or something like that. You fought Mario. Mario was a bastard.
Well, in this movie, the budget was it says 42 to 48 million. I don't know if there's like an actual one that's actual definite number, but it just says 42 to 48 million.
Wait, you said 40?
42 to 48 million.
So they barely made half that.
Yeah.
Why is it so bad then? Jesus.
Well, they spend most of their money on the effects because apparently in this movie, what they did is there was a transition going from practical to digital effects.
Yeah.
And this movie was kind of pivotal in that.
They kind of they used some brand new techniques that apparently later on became industry standards.
Yeah, it was an innovative movie apparently.
Yeah, I saw the budget on Bob Hoskins going through the warp or whatever, like the interdimensional thing.
Like that warp was
falling
actually
to hell.
The beginning of the movie Spawn. Like
it's funny you mentioned that because when he's like trying to go, he's like testing the waters, kind of like putting his hand, and then he like ends up in a fucking huge flip.
Yeah, he fucking does it.
Roland mentioned that like as he's going through, he just ends up completely upside down. Like
he fucking just like trips and then blah, like he just does a fucking forward flip under the
And it's
wall.
funny because I remember all those scenes from the trailer. Like I saw the trailer like a shit ton, and like every scene that came out in the movie, I was like, oh, that's in the trailer. That was in the trailer though. So when he gets like the fucking belt and he's like, strap on, we're going in. And they're just fucking gonna go down to the site and like
to shut the water
off and shit.
He's such an amazing plumber, just some few wrenches is gonna fucking completely stop.
What's that? A toilet's clogged?
Yeah.
We're on our way. Luigi, we've got a job. Like
Dinosaur took a shit. We're there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now we can afford to pay our electric bill. Like what? Man, I really needed this. I wanted to put the down payment on my car, and like with this, we'll be finishing our mortgage. Like it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It's said that the creator said that they tried too hard.
Right, Miyamoto was like
to replicate the movie as opposed to make it a good film.
As opposed to making it their own. But I was like, what fucking game is this like?
They
this
didn't
is
even
nothing like any of it at all. And it was awesome.
It's just full of like some like minor references. Like you have to have played the game just a little bit to get.
Right. So like the company's name was Bob-omb.
Bullet.
The bullet bill.
When did the movie get conceptualized? Like when did somebody go and be like, hey, we want you to make this Mario movie? Because the way I understand it is they came to a guy.
I think it was in 1990.
Okay.
That they first started they went.
They're like, make a movie of Super Mario. Well, you have to understand like now there's all this lore and shit in Mario, but at the time it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do about a game that's two plumbers like jump on turtles and shit? How am I gonna make a movie out of that? So they had to make it like this fucking steampunk style, like.
So
we mentioned the set's kind of like Demolition Man.
They were inspired by
when they go underneath the sewer.
Yeah, man.
Basically the same thing.
They were inspired by like sort of the darker comedy stuff, Ghostbusters.
I can see that.
What else was it? Wizard of Oz.
Wasn't Harold Ramis originally?
Yes, he was originally asked to be the director, and he turned it down.
Shit,
and then later he's like, "That was the best thing I could have done for myself."
Yeah, I was looking at some of the.
Maybe it would have been funnier.
Yeah, it would have been great.
You'd have thrown in Bill Murray or something.
Do Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But
fucking Rick Moranis is Luigi or some shit.
Damn, that would have been great.
Or Rick Moranis could have been
Rick
Yoshi.
Moranis.
I
Oh,
would have seen him with like
shit.
a long tongue and shit,
Damn.
like a creep.
That would have been good, man.
No, well, like I was reading here originally, they wanted to ask Danny DeVito to be Mario.
I saw that too.
Tom
And
Hanks.
the director.
Tom Hanks is Luigi?
Tom Hanks is Luigi.
shit.
Yeah, and Danny DeVito as director. They approached,
Was it Schwarzenegger too, right?
yeah,
And then
for Koopa and Michael Keaton.
Dustin Hoffman.
Michael
Dustin
Keaton.
Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman was who they originally wanted for Mario. And they're
Mario,
like,
yeah.
no, he doesn't fit it right.
No,
Like,
that's
okay.
Wait, Dustin Hoffman for Mario?
Let's get him to play Hook
God
instead.
damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
King
funny
Koopa,
because
are you trying to seduce me?
It's funny because Bob Hoskins was worried about doing this movie because he said he'd already done silly shit like Hook and Roger Rabbit.
No, that's true. Like Bob Hoskins was in. He was the.
I forgot he was
Smee.
Smee.
Yeah, he was Smee.
Yeah.
I forgot about this shit. He looks completely different.
Smee. Yeah, no, that was all him.
Fucking Danny DeVito as Mario, though. That would have been...
Would have been great
fantastic.
if
It would've been fucking
Arnold
great.
was Hook, though, with all those puns.
I thought like we were joking like it would have been great if Schwarzenegger had been Koopa or whatever because he could have made
Fuck
like
yeah.
all those puns he used in Batman and
Yeah.
Robin. You know, we'll kill the dinosaurs. What the fuck?
God damn.
Everyone feels the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You stupid monkeys. You are going to be devolved. I descended from the great Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good. That would have been a good scene for
Christ.
him. Scene where he's ordering the pizza.
All right.
Hold the pterodactyl.
Yeah. No mammal. So
I did recognize when you had mentioned, Bryce, that they kept on bringing up the pizza
Yeah,
later on
that
throughout
was
the movie.
kind of an ongoing gag, like for that thing, man. It's like when he's doing the and bring out the devolver guns. And where's my pizza?
Yeah.
And like later on, the guy's like, "Oh, the pizza's here, sir. Not now." It's like, damn, they kept bringing that shit up. That was pretty good.
Not now. I'm shooting laser beams.
So like as far as the references to the original, I guess, material went, there was like I think the company that Koopa, the building or whatever, I don't know if it was a company or what its name was specifically or in reference to, but it was called Thwomp, which was that character from the game that like flattens you.
Yeah, the big stone thing. That
Yeah,
jumps
just
off
floats in the air and you run under
Oh,
it.
See, personally,
dude,
I wouldn't have
I
caught
remember
any of
that
that because I didn't know any of the characters.
Big
in the-
Bertha is, I think, supposed to be the fish from Super Mario. Like, there's a big red fish.
Yeah.
In Super Mario World, and I think it's called Big Bertha or something like that. Or there was some kind of. She was supposed to be that for some
There
reason.
was something there. There's the Bullet Bills, and I know there was also a Bullet Bills bar or something like that in there. You saw like the name it had a
You know what's
neon
funny?
sign.
Like they had to like just throw that in there. Like you just have to see
Yeah, you
the
had to
front
see
of the fucking bullet.
the teeth and the,
Yeah.
little arm on there.
And I heard the Bob-omb. and
Right,
then,
the
yeah.
Bob-omb was funny, motherfucking with its Reeboks or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was like,
because
Yeah.
it was walking on the ceiling or whatever.
Fucking
Like,
product
how is he
placement.
doing this shit? Oh
Smart
yeah,
product placement. Right there.
there was a lot of. And I wish I had gone back to look at it.
Do you think that there was some like anti-product placement or like making fun of like buying water, the whole like radiator going out scene, and fucking Mario goes in the shop and he's like, everyone's got
Who
tap
doesn't got
water.
water? It's like $3.
$3
Yeah.
for a bottle, and he's fucking, it's an Evian
Yeah,
bottle.
yeah.
And the whole like naive thing, you know. So I wonder if that was like
Maybe.
a little joke they try to like make within there with like the prop
Well,
there.
yeah, we're sponsored by
Yeah.
Dasani, so
The
Yeah.
the evolution
This is
guns
this is
were
Aquafina, it's
Super Scope.
fine.
the super scopes. Yeah, were the evolution guns.
I was telling Ray, and I mean, this could be kind of I may just be reaching for things here, but the whole like flamethrower thing, they're not really flamethrower, they shoot fireballs. Do you think that's sort of in reference to like Mario when he does the
fire
I was
flower,
thinking about that
the
too.
fire flower, probably.
I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird the way they would like shoot fireballs instead of like a stream of fire.
Right,
like a
yeah, they
flamethrower,
weren't-
But
Maybe.
And
That's
then-
that's a good point.
there's another scene where they're finally like rolling over Koopa's like posters with the paint rollers. And I know in Super Mario World when you would beat like one of the castles, he would do that shit. Like he would paint over.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I don't know. Again, that's probably some far-reaching shit, but
Maybe.
it kind of I don't know.
you think they
It's okay,
paid that much
Bryce.
attention to
I've
detail?
got some far-reaching shit later when it comes to the world of Koopa Land.
right.
So we'll get there.
Let's see. I mean, obviously they had Yoshi in there, which
He did the tongue
apparently
thing.
the art directors, production crew from Jurassic Park came over and saw that. And they were like, fuck. Like, they actually thought about hiring the art crew for Jurassic Park. I think it was a sequel or something.
Steven
because they were so impressed.
Got fucking
Yeah,
Mario, Super Mario Bros.
Because
Yeah.
Maybe Spielberg has all the props from
maybe
Super
he
Mario
does,
Brothers.
The art director, the prop guy in charge of the movie, made Yoshi with Jurassic Park in mind. Like he was aware of it and was concerned of making Yoshi look too much, like too realistic.
But are you telling me that
So that's
Jurassic
why-
Park was influenced by Super Mario Brothers?
Well, like they didn't want it to be too
Hey,
too alike. So yeah, like
you-
it influenced it in that like they made Yoshi look different, like more cartoonish with the big
man,
eyes.
they were
and
gonna
the
do
big
the-
head.
How do you go,
the
like, from the
original-
spectrum
the
of,
original
like, not
opening-
very good to like pretty good movie?
I don't know. I don't know what
Pretty
to tell
great
you.
movie.
Like
The original
like
opening
you were
Jurassic
saying
Park was going to be
before,
like a long, long time ago.
this movie has a lot of sort of like
There was an old man, you see,
Yeah.
and he found a mosquito.
the production of this movie is pretty fucking confusing or whatever. Like there's just so much shit all over the place. They spent like $500,000 to animate
what did
Yoshi.
you know? It was in some amber.
Yeah. What the fuck was up with that too in the beginning? Like, I guess they was like they were trying to be like, oh, it's a
That's
video
right.
game movie. They got like an
Yeah.
8-bit
And then
dinosaurs.
like
It's like
the skits.
life don't get much better than this.
Right. Fucking Jersey Shore narrating the start of this.
They didn't have to
start of this thing.
work. They just hung around all day eating grass.
Then Amelia hit.
Fucking
I
died.
didn't get these fucking
Dino
guys from New
bitches.
Jersey coming in here.
Get out of here.
They were wicked smart plumbers.
Yeah.
Then Amelia
John-
came and said, "Get out of here."
Leguizamo made the joke about how, because he's Latino and he got hired to play an Italian, but he was making a joke about like Scarface saying Al Pacino got hired to play a Latino as an Italian dude.
I mean, Al Pacino. John Leguizamo took playing like a Italian, like in a very exaggerated form, like.
Well,
But in a very shitty
yes,
way too.
and that
like,
was why they liked it. They liked it because he was very just
he's just playful. with it.
animated
Well,
and
actually,
playful.
in this
What,
movie,
Leguizamo?
it's actually not
Yeah.
sure. It's not certain because
Luigi
Luigi doesn't know
It
his
was-
parents, but they don't ever make it clear that Mario knew who his parents were either.
But
No,
they're
like
brothers, though, right? I mean, they were both
no,
I think
abandoned.
they're-
That's what they're
No.
saying. That's what they fucking
They're not-
say.
they're not
But, like,
blood
that's,
related.
that's the business name, but they're not like.
They're not related by
There's
blood.
never
in the
because
movie.
because Luigi's like, he's been my mother and my dad and my brother and my cousin,
He's
my uncle, my
brother.
everything.
Yeah. He's like, I'm your brother. All right.
Oh, well, he has a boner because he's sitting
Yeah.
next to Daisy, right?
Right. Yeah. His
So-
wife, Mario's wife, Daisy.
Yeah.
Super hot.
But yeah, Leguizamo did take it to the fucking
So,
umpteenth
and,
degree on
and
that
do,
shit.
do you think the fact
When
that
he's
like
I'm Luigi Mario, you got a problem with that?
yeah, it's Mario Mario, and I'm Luigi Mario. How many Marios are in that? 3 Marios. There's Luigi Mario and there's Mario Mario.
Yeah,
Shut
there's Mario,
the
Mario
fuck
and
up.
Luigi Mario.
Wait,
Like-
is that like a legit like reference to their name? Is that like really their name, or they're just
I
that's
don't-
just for
I
the
have
movie?
no
bullshit?
I don't think they. No, I think it's for the movie. I don't think in the game they actually have surnames. So no.
And I guess you could just pick some kind of like
They-
random Italian last name from Mario.
I mean,
And everyone kept saying
shit.
Mario.
Okay.
Mario.
All right. So, September 14th, 2015, during Japan's 30th anniversary Super Mario Brothers event this past weekend, Shigeru Miyamoto apparently stated that Mario's full name is Mario Mario. As for Luigi, he's Luigi Mario. Yeah.
Oh
so,
no shit. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
almost 20 years later, but fuck, they.
Right. It's there. It's canon. It's there. It's law. Unto.
It's yeah. So
it's
that
down.
shit's-
It's
that's
down
accurate.
from Mario Jesus himself.
Yeah. Right.
He has spoken unto the plebs.
No, it's Mario Yahweh.
Ha.
You know, I'm surprised they're not bringing out the Mario. Oh Jesus.
Oh. Ah,
Yeah, Roland, where's that been at? Like all that.
name is
Are you ready because you're on film for once? Here we go.
Luigi Mario. There, I said it.
That's what we're waiting for.
Jesus Christ. Good break. I need another beer here in a minute. So let me see where we sort of leaving off here.
So
Something I wanted to ask, like, do you think that Leguizamo and Hoskins
Hoskins.
Damn it.
Hoskins. Costco. Bob Costco. Yeah.
It's Mark Hoskins. It's the Hoskins and Bob Hoskins.
Mark the
Costco.
Costco. Yeah.
That's right.
Mark the Hoskins. Yeah.
Had so apparently Hoskins like hated this movie so much that
Did he really
he said it ruined his career, kind of thing. It was one of the things, and I was like,
wait. When did Hook come out?
I'm not
Before
sure.
this?
Yeah, it was before this.
When did
I think it was in
Who Framed
91
Roger
or
Rabbit?
92.
That was before
That was,
too.
that was in the 80s.
okay.
Yeah. I don't know how true that any of that is, because he's
He's a British actor, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he
So
did a lot of
funny.
TV after the fact. I
Well,
mean,
he did a lot of other things too, like before those 3 films. Like he was
yeah, for sure.
Wasn't he in a movie with fucking Cher or some point? Like
Yeah, Mermaids.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I only saw a little bits piece. I don't know what the fuck it's about. But like I know the guy was a serious actor, or like in roles with other serious actors.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
saying that this one thing is what fucked you is like
He was in Pink Floyd The Wall.
Oh, really?
I think I remember.
I don't
Band
remember
manager.
that. Jesus Christ. So
Yeah. But he was in Brazil though as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a Spoor. I don't remember that character, but
apparently his son's a huge fan of the movie, even though like Bobby hated it.
We can say the same thing
Dennis
for
Hopper-
Dennis Hopper too. His
No,
son.
Dennis
wasn't-
Hopper's son didn't like it. Wasn't apparently.
Dennis-
Oh,
Well,
I thought Dennis Hopper's son was a fan of the video game, but
there's a quote on IMDb where he's supposedly the son's like, he's like, Dad, why'd you do the movie? He's like, well,
He's like,
son, you like those
"You
new
like those
shoes you got? It's
shoes?"
like, I don't need shoes that badly.
So Hopper had no idea what the fuck was going on about this movie. Apparently the directors hated working with him. It was a real big problem because like he was just very irritable, or I guess about the whole
yeah,
thing.
well, by this time and
I mean,
his career, like he's already an established actor. I mean,
Yeah,
he can
yeah.
make those kinds of
holy
like
shit.
calls
Bob
and shit.
Hoskins was in Son of the Mask. This did not kill his
Oh,
career.
wow.
This does
there
not
you
kill
go.
his
In,
kid.
That's right.
in Son of the Mask.
Still doing gems like
Ew.
that? Come on.
Jesus Christ.
That's the one with Jamie Kennedy,
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. It's horrible.
What's up with you and Jamie? Seems like you've been mentioning Jamie Kennedy.
I think
a
he
lot.
got
Dude,
kicked-
because I fucking watched. I would listen to his podcast, which is weird.
Oh, he has a podcast?
Well, he doesn't do it consistently. He does it like every so often. But then he was in Tremors.
Yeah. he
Yeah.
owned it
And he's
for a while,
in
didn't he?
Tremors like as this
He's not in the last-
like a
yeah, the
masculine
last
kind of
two.
dude, which is like doesn't make any sense.
It's weird, and like it's
You
almost
could
like
have
a
put
parody.
Pauly Shore in that same character, and I'd be like, "What the fuck is this
That's
guy
true.
doing as this person? Like, he does not fit him."
How'd that even sound? Whoa, grab boys.
Grab boys, buddy.
Yeah.
They look like weasels.
Yeah.
No, like so. Yeah, like everyone else apparently
In the
went
Army now,
on to be in
yeah.
like good movies, and like apparently Mario got fucked or whatever. Or
Well,
bombed.
John Leguizamo went on to do
alright.
a lot of shit. So, I mean,
Roland,
how-
I'm gonna call bullshit on like Bob Hoskins may have fucking hated this movie, but after Mario Brothers, he was in over 38 fucking movies.
I'm not saying
there you
like
go.
I'm not saying I
And
agree
one of
with
them
him,
was
dude.
Garfield, Tale of Two Kitties.
Jesus Christ! I knew you were gonna fucking say some dumb shit.
But actually, on
That's
the
what
real
this
though,
is
he
all what
was
he says. All right, like
he was in fucking Enemy at the Gates though. Apparently played Nikita Khrushchev. That was a pretty badass fucking movie, man. And he was in Spice World as
Oh
Ginger
my
Spice's
God.
Disguise, where he
Oh.
did a cameo.
I think I remember that.
hey, that movie was a hit, all right?
He was in Balto.
yeah, to the Jesus
He
Christ,
was.
really?
He did a lot of voice
Yeah.
acting then, apparently.
Yeah, I think he did.
That's a face.
Then
for
as
radio.
late as 2012, he did Snow White and the Huntsman as Muir.
Ew.
And
He was the mirror.
2011, he was in TV show Neverland as Smee for 2 episodes.
Oh, really?
Jesus, they brought him back,
He's bringing it back.
and then he died. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what killed him.
That's a killer. When they had
Yeah,
the
apparently Snow White and the Huntsman filming gave him Parkinson's because he got diagnosed in 2011. So that's why he
God,
retired.
Jesus Christ.
I believe it. That
And
one was garbage.
This episode's becoming
29th
bleak.
April of 2014, he died of pneumonia.
Damn.
Well, yeah.
Well, hey.
Hold on. Quick cut. All right.
So,
You know,
Do you think that,
the one thing we didn't do, which just want to go very briefly on like what the premise of this fucking movie is.
We haven't even started talking about the movie.
Well, we haven't.
yet,
We've been
ish.
talking about the movie, bits and pieces of it.
I had something I wanted to mention
please,
before,
then
and it
go
was
ahead,
just
yes.
in that, like, do you think that their performances, Mario and Luigi's performances, were improved or worsened by the fact that they were pretty much always drunk on set and between scenes?
Well,
I
obviously
don't
better.
think.
Dude, so
Yeah,
I made a joke about them when we were watching it, like, is like in the scene where like the fucking car goes over and like, you know, Hoskins getting out and shit. It sounds like he's like fucking like half sloshed, dude. And so it's like, how much has he been drinking like on like this fucking filming set? Like, if he hated this movie, like, cause like there's like half of the time he seems like he's just shit faced, dude. Like, and Leguizamo's on some uppers of some sort, man. Like,
so yeah, they apparently drank a shitload.
or like ecstasy, because he's always like, you know, nothing's impossible, Mario.
Yeah.
you just gotta have faith.
You gotta believe, Mario.
Oh wait,
Trust the mushroom.
Sure.
Trust the fungus.
Yeah,
There you go, right? They're probably fucking high as shit on
Yeah,
mushrooms.
dude.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a funny bit. That
We cracked
apparently- what else am I forgetting? Like, as far as like the other Mario franchise references within the movie, I mean, there are probably more that were missing.
There's Toad. We didn't bring up Toad.
Right, Toad,
Yeah,
who was
he was
played
like a
by
weird,
what was the guy's name? Mojo
Nixon.
Yeah, he played a weird folk singer type.
Bring that up. For those of you, Mojo Nixon is pretty much, I guess you can attribute him to like the genre of like rockabilly, psychobilly kind of thing.
Oh,
the
that makes a lot
one
of
song I
sense.
know him for the most is Elvis is Everywhere. And he's done collaborations with like many artists. But I had no idea, because I've never really seen his face. I've only heard his music.
Yeah.
I had no idea that guy was fucking Mojo Nixon. But the reason they had Mojo Nixon was because they wanted Tom Waits.
Yeah.
But they
Oh
couldn't
my
fucking afford
God.
Tom Waits. Right?
Wow. that would've been
Now I can see
interesting.
Tom Waits in this movie. Like I totally can.
with the haircut and everything too. Like
Yeah, I mean, you'd be
dude.
surprised whenever you see Tom Waits acting, because he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
he is.
But I mean, like, he kind of just fits in every weird role that they put him in.
Yeah, but
But,
so they couldn't afford him, and they casted Mojo Nixon because they wanted an actual musician for the character. Nixon's agent pitched him to casting as a third-rate Tom Waits for half the price.
God. All right.
And that's your agent talking, bro. That's your agent
fucking
talking.
harsh, man. Yeah, so
That's your fucking
Must be his
agent.
cousin or something. Like, come
His
on,
cousin.
man,
Give
give
that
him a
man a
gig,
raise.
you know?
yeah, so the sort of look and theme that they went with this movie was like that like sort of futuristic slash 80s futuristic slash like dump truck town.
Yeah, Brooklyn looked
dystopia.
great.
Fungus growing on everything.
Like, so everybody was like wearing leather jackets and like looked
Yeah,
like bikers.
The
Spikes
fucking
and
fucking
shit,
cops
yeah.
like all look like BDSM, like
Right.
with suits on and shit.
yeah. Or
Even
they
like
look
the
like
leather
Walking around with
tie.
like big ass dildos instead of like billy clubs and shit. That's what they should have fucking done, man.
Well, Bryce, like with that whole BDSM shit, like the fucking leather tie, like
Yeah.
killed me the
Oh,
most.
yeah,
like,
King Koopa is walking around in like a leather black suit the whole thing. Millarnia or whatever, Ray loved her because she's walking around in like a vest or whatever.
Lena?
Lena, yeah.
No, I just made mention because like she had a tight, form-fitting
right,
like
yeah.
outfit and her
Yeah.
And I was
boobies were
like,
popping
Ray,
out.
you
Yes.
love those angry tits, don't you?
Yep.
And I said yes.
Yes.
You like those
Yes, I
eyebrows too, don't you? Those fucking.
No, her face is weird. Like,
No,
she's
you like
too
that. You like those
angry.
pencil thin
very,
fucking
very
eye.
sharp
Like,
She looked fucking
pointy.
angry, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, and
I
then
mean-
like Bryce, I'm not sure the last time we watched it, but dude, but like today when I was watching, I was like, man, did she have like some sort of like Cesar Romero sort of like contract for like,
She sounds like
you
a
know,
mustache on her and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like a mustache that's like so like make-up over. It's like maybe she has some like writer in her contract where it's like Cesar Romero who played Joker and the Adam West Batman, like
Yeah.
because of his all his other acting roles. He's like, no, I'm not gonna shave my mustache, just cake it over, it'll be fine. Repeated that shit in '93 at the Mario movie, man. It's fucking great.
I didn't notice that. I'm about to go back and watch. I didn't pay attention to her
Like,
look
I'm
like
sure
that.
it's
But
just
I
like because she was like so thin and like it was like probably like her like lip line or something like
maybe
kind of
but-
like folded over her teeth, but it just looked like a fucking mustache that was better than anything Ray could ever produce. It's like fucking if you cast Ray to star in like any sort of like Castaway type movie, it's the most unrealistic shit because it'd be like 6 years later, he still has the same amount of facial hair on.
So at one point,
hold on.
a little
Dan, you
longer.
bring that up. I don't know if you've seen. There's an episode of Cheers where Cliff, they're all like taking bets on who can grow the best beard, and then Cliff walks in with he has that really legit mustache going. But the side of his fucking face has just long ass strands coming up this way. And when he walks in the bar, everyone goes, "Oh!" It's the funniest fucking thing ever. But it's the very beginning of the episode. But yeah, that's the way I feel like my beard would fucking come out if I was stranded on a desert island or something. Okay, before we continue, we're just gonna go into the premise of this movie, and this is I didn't get this from Wikipedia. This is from an article from Den of Geek. And it says that the plot sees Mario and Luigi drawn into an alternate universe created by a meteorite that killed dinosaurs 65 million years ago. The meteor, we learn, formed a parallel Earth where a few dinosaurs survived and evolved into cold-blooded humanoids.
Do it in a Brooklyn accent.
Princess, I can't. If you want to do it, just continue.
whichever you want to go ahead.
Here, you can do it. I can't do it right now.
All right, audience, time to hear cocksucker a bunch.
Well, I don't know. Let's see if I can do it. We left off on Princess Daisy. You want me to reread it or go on Princess Daisy?
You can start with Princess Daisy.
All right. I don't know. Maybe I can't do it either. No. Princess Daisy in one of their reptilian numbers. God damn it. No, I can't do it. Fuck
All
it.
right.
All right, here you
try.
go.
Where did we go here? All right. Princess Daisy, played by Samantha Mathis, is one of their reptilian numbers. She's been kidnapped by Iggy and Spike, Fisher Stevens, and Richard Edson, respectively. The underlings of the evil King Koopa, Dennis Hoppa.
Go on to the next paragraph.
I like how your Italian accent has a lisp. It's great. Them's is some hard S's.
Koopa, who rules over the dystopian city of Dinohatten, hopes to use Princess Daisy and her meteorite fragment necklace
Forget about it.
to fuse the two parallel dimensions together and conquer the realm
Bada
of
bing.
humans. Get the fuck out of here. Needless to say, it's up to Mario and Luigi, Mario, and Luigi Mario, to head into the lizard dimension to stop him.
Now do it in the Sopranos. Hey, what's with the fucking Princess Daisy?
So yes, that's just the basic premise of this movie. It really has nothing to do with the actual game
No.
itself.
No, which is why,
other than the fact that there is
And
a
the
Super
characters
Mario
named
Brothers in the
Mario and
characters.
Luigi.
Yeah,
And
Well,
They're-
apparently originally one of the scripts they wanted to do was a lot closer to the.
Yeah, they
game.
and then they changed it.
But exactly what would that have looked like though?
It's on IMDb. They're talking about how they would do it. Like there was a scene where they were gonna have like the lava. Like I don't know if in the original Super Mario, which is weird because or original Mario, which is strange because it's supposed to be based off the Super Mario.
Are they going down to like the center of the earth or something?
Huh?
Like with lava, or going down to like
No,
like,
because
where are they
in
going
the
to?
castles.
they're just different lands.
Like in the first one, when you would go into Bowser's or King Koopa's castle, like you would defeat him by like knocking an axe off.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it
You
would
jump
chop the
over
wood.
him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
standing on like a bridge, and then like,
And that's how they were gonna. Apparently that's how they wanted to do.
That's like a
the
trigger for me,
ending.
man, because I see that. I still see my loss every single time.
yeah,
I
because
see-
it's a bitch.
Oh,
It's a bitch. You gotta
yeah.
jump over him, and he just jumps and kills you.
I
or
see it in my head every single time.
spits the fire at you.
How far
or
did you? Is that you talking about like the first level?
I'm talking about no. I'm talking about like finishing the game.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
every boss that's what it is. He just spits like different, more fireballs.
No,
Oh,
Which
right.
was-
I thought you would have gotten caught on the like kind
On
of
the first
labyrinth.
level, maybe.
No,
No,
I was
at the
able-
end because there's a little bit of like a trick where you gotta if you don't do it a certain pattern, you just keep repeating the castle.
No,
yeah,
I
that's
was
right.
about to finish the game, and I was like so happy that I was about to finish, and then I freaked, and my thumbs kind of just did this whole fucking
shit.
jitter thing. They got all anxious,
like,
like
crossed over.
like I had like a
Fucking
like a quick
dislocated.
panic
It's all
attack. and
slippery
shit.
from fucking the sweat. Like
Yeah, I got like a quick panic attack, and I was like, and then like I literally jumped over him,
And like hurled it
and
controller
intentionally,
across
like
the screen.
I don't know how I did it, but I just ran right back into him, and my thumb would push the arrow button this way, and I was like, It was over. And I threw the fucking controller down. I was like, I'm never playing this game again. It's because I dedicated one day to play the game and finish it because everyone else had finished it.
Were you like on your last life? Like game
such a
over and you got
gamer, Ray.
Oh shit.
Well, look, like I was like the big Mario, so I was like, if I hit him, I'll still have enough to jump over him and like make it. But again, my thumb pushed it that way, and I got small and ran right back into him, and a guy died, and I was like,
die, bitch.
and I was on my last life. Yes,
I think
too.
if you have the fire flower, you can just hit them with the fireballs. Like,
I had
enough
nothing.
time. Isn't
Like,
that in the first one? Can you do
I'm
that?
not sure.
I'm not good at video
I think
games.
I think if you can, like, you have to use a shitload of them.
Yeah, I think it takes a bit, but I thought you could do it.
And
that way
he just
too.
like sort of like.
Yeah,
and
he
like
just flips
falls,
over.
He flips over and sort of falls down, and that's it.
I was there. I was about to win, but then my thumb did this. And I just
I was there, guys. I was
At
reaching
the
the top.
Tender
that-
13, I was there, hanging out.
I was reaching the top of the mountain,
and
my
thus
Bowser.
began the saga of Ray. The rest of his life.
the
It's
tragedy
imagine me
of Ray.
like climbing the mountain, surviving everything
And-
to get to the top, and then I just slipped on a little
And
pebble.
that tainted
Right.
that
And
tainted the
then
way
your neck.
that tainted the way you saw the world, Ray.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And I was like, why even try, bro?
Right, exactly. I'm gonna devote myself to music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can fail and, it'll be all right.
and
Like,
Fuck these
Lord.
games. Yeah.
And then that's when he went to Christian camp.
I did.
That's when you decided, fuck this. I need the Lord. Need more Jesus in my life.
I need to get crunk for Jesus.
That's
That's
right.
right.
You gotta the demon possessed idle thumbs of mine.
Yeah.
Be gone.
I should be thumbing through a hymnal, not pushing buttons.
That's right.
Okay, so regarding the more of the production, because that's probably the most interesting part of this
it
movie,
is,
to be honest with you.
This movie's. It was so like I was talking with Ray about like a lot of the comparisons that this particular type of movie runs parallel to, and that is again the like the sort of trashy like futuristic style where everything is like, you know, it's got like neon lights and everybody dresses like they're either at some kind of like biker club or like going
Considering
to
it was the 90s, you can see the set and its comparisons to like,
Yeah.
we said like Total Recall,
So, yeah.
Demolition Man, like the sewer.
There's
What other movies are like that?
Blade Runner
Blade
was
Runner,
one,
yeah.
and the interesting thing is that
And they have sex robots there too in Super Mario World. No.
And if you look in the very back, there's a girl with the 3 tits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The guy that was in charge of the production for this movie, production designer David Snyder, he was actually the art director on Blade Runner. So that
Makes
was
a lot of
where
fucking sense.
he took most, if not all, of the the
Just
inspiration for
repurposed
this.
everything he had. He's like, I'm not gonna put much time into this movie.
By the way, I think Super Mario the Super Mario Bros. Movie is anti-climate change. And I'll tell you why.
No, I think
I'll tell you
we're gonna
why.
get into most of that stuff.
Because everybody in this fucking city has got an electric car.
Yeah.
But yet the world's still shit. What's that? I think that was a subtle message they were trying to put
But
in
we
there.
did mention like how if in the parallel world, the dinosaurs are
Everybody's
civilized.
driving in bumper cars. They got the fucking thing on the top. So
Right.
you gotta
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like
have-
they're not using fuel because
They're not using
Yeah.
oil, petroleum.
Yeah,
because
so-
it's made
Well,
of
that's some dino
like,
fuels, it
in
makes
our
sense.
world,
Well,
yeah, the
wouldn't
dinos
they
became
make-
the petroleum.
Yeah, but was it like the reverse, or people are using like mammal fuel, like or
Maybe that could have been a thing for them. I don't know.
So it's,
No,
you said it's
mammals are food,
anti-climate
man.
change, right?
Oh, that's true, they are.
Just use this.
And how
the
annoying?
mammals.
How fucking annoying would it be that you're driving a car and like there's fucking sparks flying out of the front the whole time when you're trying to drive around?
It's kind of badass.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That's fucking annoying as shit. Man. You
It's
can't
the
see anything on the
future,
road.
man. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about? Have you seen cars now? Like the fucking windshields are like itty bitty.
Yeah.
Like I think I have a cousin who owns was it a fucking Magnum or some shit? Like it's got like a foot long windshield.
What kind of car is this? Magnum,
Dodge.
Dodge Magnum.
Yeah. Charger, Magnum, whatever the fuck. Like I remember driving it once or twice,
Bigger
and I
than
was
most
like,
cars.
I can't fucking see out of this
I'm like,
thing.
dude, like there's a definite euphemism
Like,
in there
I felt
somewhere.
like, yeah, exactly.
Everyone buys them, but they don't really need them.
Right.
Give me the Magnum card. There's no way you need a Magnum card.
No, it's an Always Sunny reference, right? Where like Danny DeVito buys the Magnum.
Yeah, he's the Mantis,
to make
yeah.
him think that he's got the
Yes,
Magnum dong.
the Magnum dong.
So that's why
Yeah.
people buy the Magnum Dodge to make them think they've got the Magnum dong, and then they get him in the car and they're like, "Haha, lock the doors. You can't escape now. You fallen for my trap."
Because of the implications.
Because of the implication. And at that point, they don't care because, you know, they're in a nice car and they're like, fuck it.
Man, Bryce, that sounds a lot like a joke you made, but just expanded upon. And like 5 minutes later,
Hey, some jokes need some elaboration, all right? Like, as to their inspiration. So, excuse me. Yes,
Oh,
credit
you're
where credit is due.
excused,
Thank you,
actually.
Bryce, for making the original Big Dick jokes.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
Yes. We wouldn't have reached this point without you, Bryce.
Yes, thank you.
And good of you, Daniel, for keeping me honest. You bitch. He just fucking nods. You asshole.
That is my role,
just
yes.
practicing that MoQuest legal stuff, man.
So if there's no fossil fuel, then is it like big energy or like big electric or something like
Well,
that?
see,
Was
I'm
that what's
thinking
going on?
electricity because it's still like a parallel world, so they'd still have like lightning strikes. So they have like their
They have
what I
a
call 'em,
Dino
like the-
Franklin that discovered it.
Yeah, I call him a Dinolin Franklin, I think, or
Dinolin
something
Franklin.
like that. Yeah. But yeah, so you're gonna have some sort of little electricity, finding event. But since there's no fossil fuels to get in the way, then Dino Tesla
Yeah.
beats out like Rapto Edison.
Bronto Musk or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I think something that fits in Elon. I don't know, man. But
Tesla.
Tesla. Dimetrodon Musk. No, anyways.
You're making him sound cooler than he actually is. Way cooler than he actually is.
Fuck, man.
Stega Musk.
Like I'm
All right, that's better. It sounds gross. I like it.
Elanosaur.
Allosaurus Musk. All right.
Muscosaurus Rex.
Yeah, you notice too in the movie, everybody's walking around like this. Or at least Hopper.
Well, they
or
do
at
like
least
the
Hopper's
snake.
that.
They do the
He
snake.
kinda-
Yeah,
he kinda
like,
walks
little,
around like
like
that.
furtive looking around and shit.
Yeah, they.
But that's not everybody, though, right? Or is that just
Well,
most of the
yeah, you might
commoners?
know, right? It might have just been him because I guess it's supposed to be
just
like they have
people
the
that
tiny
are-
arms. So he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
in camera or whatever, or directly.
Shit. Tiny Tyrannosaurus Rex with tiny arms. Donald
Yeah.
Trump has tiny hands.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper is like the Donald Trump of this world. So
Oh, shit. There it is.
Shit,
Solved
man.
it.
All right, we
there.
just got demonetized forever because like Trump's gonna put all of his like legal fucking
right.
funds against our.
Yeah, I guarantee you, like, give it a week after this episode releases, and Donald Trump's going to be talking about the Cinequest video and how
biggest.
we are
the biggest
the-
Patreon
Fake
yeah,
news.
we're a fake podcast.
We're
We don't deserve any
we're
attention.
part of the fake news media.
We just spread hatred.
That's right. Yeah, we're
We're Antifa.
never Trumpers.
We're going to get 75 million people listening and like,
Yeah.
negative comments, a bunch of thumbs down.
Yeah.
MoQuest, you call it Antifa Quest.
I was trying to think of like other references in the movie that we sort
Quest.
of missed. Chap Quest, no.
Or Chop.
Any
or
other
whatever the fuck it
references in the
was.
movie?
So like they
From the like video game itself?
well, like they're sort of referenced. I mean, we did talk about the Goombas and the Koopa Troopas.
Yeah.
Or was a Koopa Trooper? Oh, they were the police
lizard,
officers.
The lizard Goombas.
Yeah, I was
the
asking
Goombas, they
Ray.
look like the,
Yeah, it was
the-
never stated in the movie, but
No.
like you had two classes of the Goomba,
classes
but they
of
were all
Goomba.
Goombas.
So in that
Yeah. Or two
universe,
flavor Goomba.
Broken Lizard, which they made Super Troopers with Super Koopa Troop. No, okay. Anyways, it would have been Broken Human too. It wouldn't be Broken Lizard. Anyways,
and then that has a crossover with
Broken Ape.
Dukes of Hazzard.
yeah,
and-
Broken Ape. There you go. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I think the reference to like getting mushrooms and like Mario being able to jump so fucking high or whatever was done by those jump boots that they have. in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I was thinking like I guess that's what they're trying to like. Yeah,
Pretty close to
how you jump
to get
high.
to-
Roland's off-spoken and wanted rocket boots.
Yeah.
Yes, I want those. even if they don't work.
You got to just click your heels together.
I was just hoping that they were gonna let him like ride
You
Yoshi.
can't
though. That
sure
would've
click
been
your heels and you're off, man.
I would have been awesome to see fucking huge ass Bob Hoskins jump on that tiny ass Yoshi.
Man, he would have fucking killed him.
Whoa, little guy.
It was like the tongue's like lolling out like that. Long ass tongue.
Oh, well, you mean
Shits out an egg like in the
there was
And
the fucking mushroom pops out,
Yoshi and makes like a little cast and shit, and
I mean
a little fungus iron lung.
Yeah.
I didn't think about this until now, but supposedly that Yoshi was inspired by Beetlejuice, or by like the production of Beetlejuice.
The dinosaur?
Yeah.
Was
Aren't you
inspired by
talking about like the
Beetlejuice.
Goombas though, dude? Because that total shrunken head, dude. I just think
I
like
don't- I mean, yeah,
I had
but-
flashbacks like left and
parts-
right
the
all through
parts
the
that I
watches
read-
today.
The parts that I read were about Yoshi, though. So I mean, maybe.
But like where? Because
Because-
like you can see like
well-
maybe like with the
Well, the
interstitial
cartoonish
forms
so
of
like the exaggerated features, the big eyes, the big old bug-eyed.
see, I'd say that's
fat
more like
head.
Koopa's like later forms after they hit him with the de-evolution gun later. He kind of like
Well, that was
worms
more of
out
a
or
reference
whatever. He
of,
looked
like,
more
the
like
actual-
but that looked more like a sandworm than anything else in that fucking movie. Like
I mean, I thought it was just more like the actual character, Koopa or Bowser or whatever. He's supposed to be pretty much like a turtle, dragon, T-Rex or something like that kind of thing.
well, no, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, as far as the art direction,
Yeah,
if there's
yeah,
anything
yeah.
that reminded me of Beetlejuice, it was that
It would've
scene with
been that,
Koopa.
yeah.
Nothing about fucking Yoshi. I saw Jurassic Park.
Speaking of the set, like, we're talking about like kind of like set designs and shit. I don't know if any of y'all looked at the like kind of like the posters and stuff in the background, but they were pretty funny.
Yes.
There was the Goomba, like it looks like the Che Guevara, like like that, like the general thing.
Nice. No, I didn't. I'll have to go back
It's
and
when
check.
they're in
that
it's
out.
when they're in the dorm, or, like, the
Elect
bed or
Koopa or Vote Koopa.
Yeah.
He's like kissing the baby.
yeah.
And it had like
Yeah.
the something there, and then
That's
there was
right.
like Vote Koopa, the environmentalist. It had some other
Yeah.
text underneath it,
You were
but
mentioning those,
I
Daniel.
couldn't catch it. Yeah, it was a funny fucking like world that they put together, you know,
Yeah.
and they like inlaid all the crazy propaganda and shit into it too. Like it was so really like for such a shitty movie, like world creation
the
or
production
world
also,
design,
too, I guess-
yeah,
it was
like an
very
A plus
impressive.
actually.
That was actually
like,
very impressive.
Were they doing like a bit of cannibalism though? Because there was times where they're eating lizards, but I mean, is
Probably.
it sort of like how we eat lesser mammals? I guess. Is it,
Well,
like,
I think
is
it's
that
like,
that?
like kind of that whole like, sometimes greater reptiles would consume,
Oh,
lesser
okay.
reptiles.
Yeah.
And so you had like the fucking
the hot dog
little
scene where he's like the
snakes.
bun and he's like he puts
Well,
the
the
three
little
tiny
like
lizards.
snakes or whatever in the fucking shots of vodka and stuff.
Oh,
as like,
yeah.
the chaser.
Yeah,
Instead of
you
like
hear
drinking
them
the worm, you
squirm
drink
or
the
whatever.
snake. Yeah.
You hear it squealing when I think Lima
Yeah.
or whatever she's just taking it out.
Takes a half shot and then wastes the other half. Yeah.
And he made mention that she didn't even finish her drink.
No, yeah, bitch. She just absolute waste.
No,
Horrible.
she didn't, man.
fuck's
She
wrong with
wasted
her?
that shit.
And of course, they had to fucking bust out the open the door, get on the floor.
Everybody wants a dinosaur. Fuck yeah. It's awesome.
Thought Roland was gonna get up and start dancing. He was like, y'all remember the song? Y'all remember it?
And then they had that song, "Love Is the Drug." Love is the drug, but it was like a. That was,
Did you make mention about the fact that they talked about a song in the very beginning, or they?
no, it's so weird because
Is it the Roxette song?
Yeah, that's like the first thing that comes up in the credits. I'm like, that's a weird thing to start the credits with. It's like somebody that made this movie had a friend that was in a band and shit. And they're like, you know what? We're going to put your fucking band name right first thing. Fuck Bob Hoskins. You don't need his ass the first place.
Well, you do know,
First
like
credit?
at one point, McDonald's was like selling Roxette cassettes. Or
I
like
hadn't even heard of the group
anytime you
before.
bought like a Happy Meal, you bought like a combo meal, like could get like a Roxette cassette for like $6 or something.
Speaking of,
Oh, actually,
speaking
you
of
can still
McDonald's,
QR
man.
code that actually on the side of the Happy Meal boxes.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Are
well,
you serious? I was like, what? I believe you. You're the man inside.
I was gonna say, speaking of McDonald's, we should do Mac and Me. You ever seen Mac and Me?
The movie Mac and Me?
No,
anyone?
I have not.
No.
So it was a bit of a ET ripoff, but it was actually sponsored by
Wait.
McDonald's.
Oh,
Wait, I think that- I
wait,
think I
no,
see it.
didn't
And
they
it's-
riff on that?
he
on
looks like a really
riff
derpy-
tracks or
A
something?
lot of people,
or-
yeah. So the whole this planet they survive by
yeah.
drinking Coca-Cola that comes from the ground.
Was it the potato movie where he's like eating peanuts or whatever?
Well, he's got like a tiny mouth, like a sphincter for a mouth.
And
they drink Coca-Cola that comes from the ground.
I saw that
and there's a scene. There's a scene where they're at McDonald's.
Yeah, we should
and
do
like
that
everybody's
movie.
like fucking dancing, and they're like the whole.
Sucks
It's just weird,
so
man.
bad. It is so
fucking weird. But I think it was sponsored by McDonald's.
Yeah.
I forgot
should
if
do-
it's on Amazon Prime or if I saw it on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Bryce, do you remember Daryl? Were you on this episode? That Disney movie where it's like the DARPA artificial life youth project thing?
You guys
Nah,
have
man,
asked
I
me
haven't
about
seen
that.
that.
I never saw
It's
it.
not a kid that's like a cyborg or whatever,
called
or he's like a
Daryl?
robot. Yeah, Daryl.
Oh
yeah.
man, no, I haven't
It
seen
was
that.
like a Disney movie back in the day, but like it's another terrible fucking movie.
Okay. Wow.
Where it's like Alf, but the kid is a fucking like, secret army project or whatever.
Nice.
And he goes trying to be like part of a family and plays baseball and shit. And like there's like some scene where he like crushes the fucking ball. It goes like 8 million miles away, and everyone's like, yeah. And he's like,
When did this come out?
And shit. Time to find out.
Sounds like a shitty 90s sitcom.
If I quit typing, shit. 1985.
Oh shit, nah, that was before my time, so I don't think.
Yeah, so what did Daryl stand for? Data Analyzing Robot Youth Life Form. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about regarding the production? We pretty much went over
Yeah,
a lot of
with
stuff.
Daryl, yeah, because that shit.
Because nobody saw it.
Thanks, asshole. I guess I'm nobody.
There you go. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. Gotta keep the yucks up. So
That's what we keep you here
like
for.
The obviously. I mean, it's either that or it's my. I gotta bring the sex appeal to this table as I look at Ray.
And you dress like that for it?
I do. It works. I've been alone forever. It's obviously working.
You fucking look like a hipster, homeless Vietnam vet.
You should have been in the movie
That's an
Born on the 4th of July.
I'm waiting for that Deer Hunter sequel. All right, you bitches.
Get him a fucking wheelchair too.
I was thinking more like Lieutenant Dan or
You
something.
fuck.
Oh no, because Ron
Always-
Kovac or whatever the
Give
fuck
me
his
Charlie,
name
too.
was.
Yeah,
I
That
was gonna
was,
say it's fucking Charlie from Always Sunny, where he fucking pretends to be a vet and goes into the strip joint.
dude, I think that was a joke on Ron Kovac or whatever that
Yeah.
guy's name was, because he was like, he did get his like legs blown off or whatever in Nam and
Yeah.
became like an anti-war protester after the fact. But this guy was all like, he's a real guy. He was like super like, yeah, I want to be a fucking Marine. I want to go fucking serve my country and stuff, and like bought into it, and then was like got his legs blown off, and he's like, oh, never mind. This is bullshit. But yeah, it's an early Oliver Stone movie.
Yeah. So
Starring the Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah.
No, I know.
Sort of the last thing I wanted to go into, as far as like the production value of the movie, was that studio
Sorry, I
standard
didn't say
shit.
anything about Charlie. When he's like doing the
Christ.
America shit and the jean jacket and the bandana.
Hey, this shitty mustache is real, okay? This, unlike Charlie's fucking fake stash. So there, I got that.
Way to deflect there, Roland.
That's right. Anyways,
My sadness is more legitimate.
Okay.
the last thing. Hold on, I was trying to check out. Aside from the reception, which apparently everybody shit on this movie at the time. Now it's completely different. Apparently it's a cult classic.
Like does it like actually have like a cult classic status? Like
Yeah.
So I was telling Bryce earlier that
I mean, Roland, you said you love the fucking
I
movie.
fucking loved it. I saw it in theaters.
I've seen the movie multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's bad. I know it's bad, but I mean, I
it's
still
the
like to
kind of
watch
movie
it.
I fucking love. Like I'm
Used to watch this
They're
movie all the fucking time.
actual.
When I
Yeah.
was a kid.
This if you
I think
want-
we can admit that it isn't bad. it's a badly written movie.
Right, but like
I was trying to.
No, the
As
story's
far as
actually
the-
really cool. And fuck.
story's decent.
Let me just say this:
What
like
was
The dialogue, maybe not.
the story itself has potential, but the characters,
The world
what they
made,
gave
you know,
them,
the sets,
what they gave
were
them to
good.
do, as far as like the plot between the actual characters
Yeah,
themselves,
it
is
was
not is very
stupid.
it's very weak.
Yeah, the dialogue
but
is
the world
bad.
itself
Yeah.
is built very
Right,
fairly
and
well.
I think
Yeah.
I talked about this when we were watching the movie. It was like, you know, even though this is, you know, undeniably like a bad film, the world creation, you know, A+, you can't fucking fault them at all for this. Like it's a beautiful
it's fucking
conceptualization
awesome.
of like what a slight, you know, parallel universe situation would like occur, like result in.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to like talk about like, you know, the frickin' laser raptors.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get them out. You know. Lena, you got me laser raptors. Then Kung Fury comes out. Fuck. Jumped wrong again.
That that transition effect apparently, you know, of them like leaving and entering their dimensions
Respective worlds, yeah.
was inspired by Star Trek.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, by transporter tech apparently. Which,
yeah, transporter
like,
tech, which okay. I mean, it looks pretty good.
On this next portion of our episode, we want to go over our favorite scenes in the movie. So, Daniel, I want to go with you first. You got any favorite
Sorry, was
scenes?
Oh, scenes. Okay, cool. Like actually, the internet
Ray-
blipped a little bit real quick.
I have a quick question. Ray, what did you think of Big Bertha and her big boobs?
We'll talk about it in a second.
Oh, that's,
I wanna
I
give
think
him
that's
the
his
first.
favorite
Oh,
scene.
all right.
I want to give him the first.
Actually,
Well, I mean,
bringing
like,
up actually
I was still
that
just-
Mario charm shit was fucking awesome. Like that scene was fucking hilarious because, you know, after she like,
Fucking decks him.
yeah, he goes up to say what's up, baby, and she like decks him. And then he's
She
like,
just
nah, I got
laughs.
this. He goes up like, yo, like,
We were
yo,
meant to be together. Oh man.
yeah, like I've never been hit in the face like that before or
The way you
whatever.
clench your
Like,
fist and the way you're...
Yeah, when you
Yeah,
punch
it's just
back,
like,
you
well-
hit me in the face.
Yeah.
dance with me and
Yeah.
I'll punch you all you want.
I was like, man, she's gonna step on your nuts, dude.
Yeah.
This is what you want, Mario.
Some people got to pay for that.
Yep. Not Mario.
As far as other favorite scenes, just because it's the slapstick kind of element of it, but when Lena gets electrocuted after she tries to catch the
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
yeah.
fragment of meteor, one of my not favorite scenes in the entire movie is when they keep referring it to as a rock, and I'm pretty sure it's a
Yeah.
mineral they're fucking dealing with.
Yeah, it just looks like a hunk of glass.
But I don't know,
Yeah,
like
pretty
a
much.
meteorite is a
Probably
hunk of
quartz.
rock, but like they've got like quartz that they're dealing with. Like it's
Because it's a crystal. It's fancy. It's flashy.
it's so crystally, so fancy.
Swore off the crystals.
Actually,
shit.
probably the fucking fun, like the other moment where it's like it's a stupid one, but it's when Mario and Luigi are escaping the prison and they're on that like rail line thing, and they're like, you know, flying through the fucking prison, and fucking Luigi's sitting there like one arm just like yeah, and I just thought it was like funny because that's a very like ape-like thing to do, like hanging around, you know, ooh-ahing as you're escaping in front of a bunch of lizards. That's fucking great, man.
All right. So, what about you, Bryce?
Yeah, I do like the scene where she gets electrocuted. She's trying to force the crystal into the hole and shit.
Where she reaches her final form. And
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's they're trying to do some fucking.
She achieves climax.
Yeah,
yeah, we did make a mention that during that scene that she looks like she's just fucking.
She's gonna bust a huge
she's
nut.
busting nut the whole time.
I did like a bit of a Bride of Frankenstein thing there too, right? Doesn't she have like
Yeah.
white in her hair?
Right.
Well, I kind of like how when she does it and she gets like knocked back, she's like immediately fossilized.
Yeah.
Thing, so you know that's gonna come back later when they. Well,
In the sequel.
Yeah,
Well, the unofficial sequel. I was telling Bryce, there's a web
She really
comic.
knows how to make an impression.
yeah. Oh god
Stupid
damn
joke.
it.
Stupid joke.
Oh, fuck.
That's god damn it! I forgot that fucking
Yeah,
scene. That was like,
shit, I
Bad.
that shit was fucking funny. Yeah, it was.
Let's see. I don't know. Can you think of any other?
Well, actually, I did have a question about that. I'm sorry, because like you just brought something up. But when they originally find the site, or the archaeological site, and why are there the dinosaurs from that dimension there? Because they say like they see the hand, like it's like starting to get opposable thumbs and shit. Why would that be in our dimension?
Well, maybe it made its way from the other dimension to the other one.
Because
Maybe the explosion, like.
Well, because I thought when the explosion happened, it just completely split the world into dimensions.
I'm pretty sure that
but if they,
were coming
Bryce, you
through.
made a good point, because like that would make sense if like when the construction team was fucking blasting through, and then the paleontologists go in. If they had passed through like the fucking portal thing and saw those things, that'd be different. But yeah, you should have had that stuff on our side.
I think the suggestion. I think the suggestion, as far as the opposable thumbs things go, is that okay, if dinosaurs had kept living, they would have evolved like people did, and so the parallel universe or whatever with all the dinosaurs like looking like people.
I mean, it's basically
that's
dinosaurs.
cool. That's not
like
what he's suggesting.
Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And not only that,
only
but
those dinos, like the thumbs, should be on their side. Yeah.
No, right. I'm
that's
saying
what I would think, but
I'm saying no, because what sort of happened is that like they're originally, like they said, a part of the same universe, and then they got split. So the dinosaurs that had already died or whatever were, if they hadn't been taken apart into two dimensions, would have eventually evolved in the way the guys in Dino Manhattan or whatever it is, Dinohatten.
No, that's fine. No one's arguing that.
So I'm
it's
sort of
just
confused then.
Why?
I thought
Okay,
that's what,
so the bones that they found on when the fucking Daisy's showing Luigi the stuff on their little date. Why are those bones on our planet?
Because
at the time when the meteor hit 65 million years ago,
I mean, for the same
it
reason
caused a
we
split.
have fossils.
Our dinos went out. No, our dinos died, and they wouldn't have had time to develop those fucking,
Well, I mean, I can only assume that they were on the verge.
We are arguing on this crazy ass movie.
They were on the verge of that adaptation or whatever.
There was already a certain dinosaur that was already getting those.
Because for the same reason.
But then we would have found those in other places on Earth.
Yeah, because like that shit, that archaeological site, or that site they found, isn't that
there's localized there? But
that's ground zero of the meteorite strike, no?
Yes.
And that's interesting too, because the other dimension is the one that has the meteor.
Right.
I don't know.
Hanging out in it, yeah. But you have no meteor.
I just think that maybe that was the last. If it was a parallel world, then the fucking room that they would exit through, they would enter into another room with another fucking meteor wedged in the fucking floor. They wouldn't jump out into that weird little outcrop canyon thingy.
But there's only one
that's
meteor,
weird too,
though,
man. Like that shit's under New York. Is what you're trying to say? Like this.
But if it's
canyon,
parallel, because there's still like the city of Reptile Henson or Reptile Hatton and regular Manhattan in the same place. And they had the Twin Towers and shit too.
They did?
Yeah. And the first one.
They had some broken towers.
They just like flew.
So foreshadowing there.
I just think that
it was an inside job there too.
They found the dinosaurs like like you said, like as a way to foreshadow the fact that there's this parallel universe and we see all these other people and they're not descended from monkeys or whatever as they say, which is another joke obviously for any of you creationists listening out there.
You're bringing that up. I did.
That was actually this movie is a big disservice to the teachings of evolution because we did not descend from a chimpanzee. Yes, we're very genetically close, but we have a common ancestor that we split off somewhere 4 million years ago or something like that,
but
7 million
can you
years?
say that this movie is promoting evolution theory in some way or another, regardless of its inaccuracies?
No, because Koopa fucking shoots that down because you think of evolution as a one-way process, but you can also de-evolve.
Right. Which but sure.
With technology, I guess, in this little fantasy world, sure, Koopa.
So I mean, technically,
could-
can't you like devolve in technology? I mean, like if you're just fucking on your phone and stuff like that, I mean, your brain might become smaller and might be a bit dumber.
Oh, you're thinking
not necessarily. It becomes. I would expect to become more.
All right, Ray, we'll get to
streamlined.
idiocracy soon.
You're looking at
All right,
you're
cool.
looking at that report where like they show the person that's been on the like human,
Yeah, they're hunched
like,
over.
hunched over and the thumbs
Yeah.
are like-
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
But that's not really necessarily well.
So
I don't know if you call that
what
devolving.
is,
That'd be more like just
it's
evolving.
not.
to,
It's
or not
it's
even, it's not even
an
evolution. It's
adaptation
more like, yeah.
or it's
But I mean, if it lessens the intelligence of a person and maybe they're
So yes and no. What it does, what
Well,
that
the thing
actually
is
I
that
think
population.
does is,
But the thing is, like, gene changes happen at like in populations.
That sounds way more
So you could have
complicated than I
like
was gonna say.
15% of dumbasses all hunched over on, but you still have people trying to figure out fucking astrophysics and
What
shit. They're still
that-
going to level out the fucking pool there.
Also, I think you're thinking
But
of
it
an
versus
idiocracy.
brains versus
But it also-
bumpy
Well,
brains.
that's what I'm
It'll
saying. It's
level
like
it out, but what it'll actually do, as opposed to making things more stupid or more dumber, it raises the general intelligence of a population. What I was talking about though was like an adaptation of efficiency.
you can only tell over time though, right?
Yes. But so like I was saying, I was referring to if what you suggested were true, it would balance out in what Daniel was referring to in the fact that like the utilization of tools or more advanced tools would sort of
Yeah, but I mean, like, what do you get to a point where no one
I
actually
wasn't
knows how to
talking about
use
that
this
at
thing?
all, but that's
No
okay.
one knows how to make it.
No,
I'm
no.
gonna
get a beer.
I mean, like in the idea of like how. Oh, God damn it! This bitch.
We're talking about Super Mario Brothers, man.
Bitch fucking walked away to go pop a squat.
And that's our Super Mario episode, folks.
Bitch.
Wait. All right, I'm ready.
So, like Daniel, you were talking about how.
I would say this, whatever we're gonna talk about, because it's gonna derail us into something else.
But we're still talking
You've been talking about your
Mario.
favorite scenes
We're
yet,
still talking about
Roland?
Mario.
No.
We really are.
You know what? Talk about your favorite scenes before you
Fuck
start.
off. I knew you were going to do this. God damn it.
No, because we're gonna be here for like another 30 minutes before we get this
And that's what it
rationalized.
takes.
Well, that's what
It's not
editing's
gonna
for.
happen. you know?
Yeah, just edit it later. Yeah, just like.
Fuck off. Fine. My favorite scenes were.
Sorry, I started thinking about like these are a few of my favorite things, but like Goombas and rocket boots and and Roland just goes off in a little fucking
The Bob-omb. I love that.
Really?
When he first
That
brings
little
it out,
thing?
like he reaches in his little tool belt, and before you see anything, everyone's like, run, it's Bob-omb, run. And you see that fucking like that frame zooming in on Koopa's eyes. He's like, Bob-omb.
Yeah.
Bob-omb. And like that whole segment is great. Like he just takes out this little fucking wind-up toy, and you're like, oh fuck. Shit's fucked now. He fucking spins it and puts it on the ground, and all of a sudden Dennis Hopper's like,
I like how it walks up the walls too.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
Seemingly defies gravity.
because you
what
have Nikes
call
and
got them
bullshit on
fucking
that entire
Reeboks.
scene.
Yeah.
Is it Reeboks
Was
or Nikes?
because-
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to tell you. If you
Is it
wear
pumps?
Reeboks,
Are they pumps?
Yeah,
you can defy gravity.
maybe.
But they're pumps, though, right?
It could be.
I think so, man.
Everybody at that
Yeah,
time.
everyone had the pumps
Did you
at
have
this
air
time.
pumps? Oh,
Oh, yeah, I
they
did.
were the shit.
White.
I fucking love
But
them.
why?
No, I have black
so
and black and blue.
the punk rocker
with,
who
gray trim.
slammed on his brakes before running over the fucking
Yeah.
bomb. I'm gonna call it bullshit because someone's right behind him. They aren't gonna fucking brake. They're gonna hit him. He's gonna still roll over it and blow up the shit, and then Mario's
Maybe.
fucked.
Maybe they all seem to have a sixth sense about Bob-omb though, which was fucking hilarious. Because Bob-omb is badass, and anybody that's plays.
So is there a
plays the fucking games-
parallel universe where that happened?
So yeah, I love the Bob-omb scene. What else was I thinking about? Shit.
You know what else too? It's kind of sad, but they seem to be much more technologically advanced than us too. If you think about it.
Yeah,
So maybe dinosaurs should have taken over the Earth.
How so?
Well, they have
How
fucking
so?
devolver guns for one
They
thing.
had
Goddamn. I mean,
electric
like, I don't think we
cars.
have that.
Yeah, that too.
I also like how it can make people.
So did us.
Yeah. Well, I like how it could make people fucking smarter.
Yeah.
It was like, why didn't he do that with the, or because they were like,
Iggy and Spike were dumb as
Yeah.
fuck, and then
but
like
they were still
why not
sort
do
of
that with
stupid,
everyone,
like,
and then,
even though they
like,
became
yeah.
like a little more intelligent.
Yeah, you
Right.
notice like whenever they have like the initial intelligence, but like when they're driving around, he can't fucking drive the car.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, like just necessarily being smart
does it
doesn't
wear
mean
off
you-
somewhat here and there?
doesn't
Like,
mean you
Or they
can,
were that
like,
stupid
You know how
that
to
they
play
just-
basketball or whatever kind of stuff.
they're too stupid to be able to drive.
Well,
Maybe.
No, like
I
is that a
mean,
thing
maybe
about
they were
like
just
muscle
that
memory
stupid
and
that
all
he-
that
he,
bullshit
he brought him
versus
to,
just
like,
like
just
innate
never-
for some reason they
ability
speak,
to
I was like,
understand
yeah, I don't
things?
fucking know.
You're talking about muscle memory, Ray, and mechanical skills, and
And they were dissenters, right? Weren't they like
Well,
dissidents of some? Weren't they like dissidents of some kind?
The evolved
so like that
Antifa
didn't come out
setting.
until after
Yeah.
they were
There's all this fucking like
evolved.
like political intrigue and Super Mario.
Well, yeah, no, they were just
before he was dethroned.
It was like
were
Game of Thrones
survivors,
before
man.
Game of Thrones, man. It's like,
They were just fair wind fucking political activists, dude. Because like when times were good, man, like they
Oh,
were all
yeah,
like
fair
Koopa
weather, yeah.
Koopa. But then as soon as that shit started going against them, they're like, "Oh, Princess Daisy, we've held you with nothing but the highest
Yeah.
esteem."
So
You
they're
know,
grifters,
like,
basically.
could you help us get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, they're absolutely full of shit.
would have just been funny if like
Mind
they
you,
did it
like,
5
when
years
when
later
when
and they're like putting a
brought her
guillotine.
to like her
like-
father, like they just fucking split.
Yeah.
They're trying to get out of there like
Yep.
quickly as possible.
And I mean, by the end of the movie, they've left Koopa Kingdom or whatever. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
stay in the real world or whatever.
All right, I guess so. We can move on to.
Well, as far as anything else, though, I pretty much loved any scene they had to like where they showed the city kind of stuff because
Okay.
it was like everything was fucking great. All of the sets. I mean, the more boring sets, I think, were actually even some of the most interesting, which is super confusing. Like the de-evolution chamber, it was like they were like inside of like a, I don't know, just like a empty factory or whatever, and that still had this ridiculous shit in there. But you didn't talk about what your favorite scenes were there, Ray.
Well, I'm gonna say like I don't have like too many favorite scenes. I mean, I like the movie in general, but the one thing that does annoy me, for some reason or another, is John Leguizamo as Luigi.
Yeah, because his lines are garbage. He sounds like an idiot.
It's an honor and a privilege to meet you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they made him sound like real fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like real dumb.
Well, and they
What
did
my brother
like because
needs to
you couldn't
say
even
is,
like
maybe
get a
we should
date
go to
without
dinner.
Yeah,
Mario
it-
feeding lines to him.
When they're doing the dating thing, like I was gonna say if you wanted to break up with me, because
yeah. I was like, wow, okay.
I'm Italian.
yeah.
So Italian.
Italian.
Look at me eat this fucking lasagna.
Sub sandwich.
We mentioned the boobies, the Big Bertha boobies, the
Right.
Lena boobies,
Right.
the semi perky boobies of Princess Daisy.
And
which I
that
liked a
also
lot.
raises another question:
Davis
why
was
are
hot,
fucking
hot, hot, hot,
dinosaurs having mammary glands? Why the fuck is that happening?
More
Thank you,
questions that
brother.
Super Mario
That's
brings
right.
up, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Big ass mammary glands. Too, man. What the fuck is that about?
These are important.
Big luscious mammary glands. Where are
Answers.
they getting that stuff? man?
any scene where Princess Daisy,
It's to
Samantha
store
Matheson's like,
the
favorite skin of mine.
sun's
Yeah.
energy for.
Yeah, I don't know.
Princess Daisy.
Do they lay eggs still? Are they
right.
like? Are they?
They
Getting,
do.
Well, they do, yeah,
They
because
do
like
lay
she was
eggs
born
because
from an
Daisy
egg
came
too.
from an egg,
Oh, that's
man.
right. They
Yeah.
talk about that.
See, we don't know if she. lays
Okay,
eggs,
then I
though.
call bullshit on that, man, because they must have some fucking gigantic ass pussies down, or like
like we were saying that when we
or
first
something,
started. I
or
was
like a cloaca.
man.
Like, well, their hips would have to be like this fucking wide,
Exactly,
man.
Like I think the
Put like
moms,
Kardashians to shame, man.
She can like
walk around with fucking hips,
dislocate
like,
her
oh, just look like
her vag or whatever. I don't know how like that.
You know,
Sorta like
it
how,
can
like,
like
on the hip
expand as
bone.
much as it needs to pass
Well,
that
like,
fucker.
well, yeah.
I mean, with people, yeah.
I mean,
it's-
but you did
bone
see that
actually
egg, right?
can-
That egg was
break.
like this fucking big. You know,
Yeah,
like-
and she passed that thing. I was like, what?
well, I mean, there's baby shoulders that are like yay fucking big, and they're passing through that too. I mean, you
Yeah.
just rip it
Well,
up.
you see, that's the thing, Ray. When we became bipedal, women kind of got the short end of the stick with that, because gorillas, they can pass most of the baby without any kind of like
Yeah.
problems. But
Well, people, we got the biggest
yeah,
heads.
that's right, man.
Got that melon, baby. So it's super uncomfortable. Well, I mean, I say that, but it's obviously a lot worse. Their bodies being fucking ripped in half. But hey,
I mean, I personally don't find like too much of
Why are you
anything.
going Ray?
I personally find the birthing process to be
no.
quite.
No. I'm not gonna talk about the birthing process,
Intimate.
right? I'm talking about the movie
And,
itself. The movie itself is really nothing. There's
the
nothing that
birthing
stands out
process
to
of
me.
eggs,
No, there's nothing that stands out to me about this
Dinosaur
movie.
eggs
Shut the
coming
fuck
out
up.
of humanoid vaginas.
Why do I have to keep talking? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, and also too, don't
Well,
like
you've met
lizards
him,
have like the
haven't you?
whole, like anus, like pussy
Oh, I
thing
know, you
together,
got-
the
you got
You got a
cloaca.
biology book? Like bring that shit out, like some kind of like
They
reptile.
They have like a cloaca, or
The
no,
butt
but
is
they
the
have like
vagina.
like in a chicken or a bird, like they
butt-
have like the butt and the vagina in the same
That's
thing.
right.
So that she's just like
Maybe.
when she pulls his pants down, it's just like this weird like
Yeah. It's all one exit entrance.
just
There's-
shitting out that egg.
There's no gooch connector between.
But the set designer did not think about this.
No, they didn't.
Well, we're raising all these questions
These are
here.
important
And like
questions.
these are, we're,
I want the
type
president
folks
of
that should have been in
Nintendo
there,
to
right?
answer these fucking questions for me right now.
We go. We have questions for fucking Lou Diamond Phillips. We have questions for fucking the creator of Nintendo.
Yeah, Mr. Miyamoto-san.
Yeah.
Wait,
we have
you did
questions
write
to
down
ask,
that
right?
one
What
Lou
do
Diamond
we
Phillips
not
question,
understand
right?
about the Koopa biology?
I thought he was gonna like bust out a Shogun voice or something.
Oh. No. I'm good.
One thing I did want to bring up before we give our ratings is this article from Film, and it says that the Super Mario movie is officially coming 2022.
It's a remake.
Yes,
The remake.
the creators. But
I'm
there's gonna be a
still
new
looking
one. I don't
forward
know
to
if it's gonna be like an actual live action or like an animated series.
It's probably gonna be animated.
movie.
God.
Probably gonna be
They're gonna
animated.
do a Sonic the Hedgehog and try to make Mario like more
Jesus.
skinny. They're gonna like make him more.
And
He's
the
gonna have, like,
creator is gonna be a producer in the movie.
He's gonna have like a Rocky montage where he has to fucking like thin up or whatever because
No, dude,
Luigi's
it's gonna be
moving
John
in on
Leguizamo, but they're
Princess
gonna like
Peach.
de-age him, so it's gonna be all the CGI, making him look all like super shitty, like 20 years
we're
younger
gonna
than he
de-age Bob
actually is.
Hoskins, make him young again.
Well, there's been
alive.
Super Mario cartoon.
Oh,
do y'all
shit.
remember the
Yeah.
Super Mario like TV
There's
show?
there's
man.
been several. Yeah,
No,
there
but
was,
the TV show, the live action one.
yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
cartoon
dude.
and a
It
live
was
action.
it was a cartoon.
Yeah, but they had like the shitty like
Roddy Roddy Piper
Mario
gets-
Y'all remember
introducing
Captain-
everything.
was it him?
Yeah.
do y'all remember
Guest
Captain
starring.
N?
Fuck yeah, and the Game Masters.
Yeah, couldn't use that name nowadays.
No.
But
Unless you're like a Reddit edgelord, Captain N-word.
yeah, but man, I used to love that fucking show.
I fucking loved it. It was
Yes,
bad.
it's-
Well,
so
it was bad, and they had like a weird eggplant creature in there. It was,
Oh,
that was from a game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was from Kid Icarus.
There you
That
go.
was the Eggplant Wizard.
It's gonna be a CG movie.
Okay,
They've
of
already said
course.
it here, so.
Of course.
So we're gonna go to our ratings. Roland, what's your rating first
So,
on Super Mario Brothers?
As I really just to sort of end on what I was mentioning before, I really hope they do the 4K version of the Mario Brothers movie. So,
Like coming out on Blu-ray?
yeah, no, it's already out on Blu-ray.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the 1080p.
Okay.
But 4K baby, fuck, that would be fucking nifty. My rating out of 5,
I made Samantha Mathis look hot in just
everything.
1080. I mean, you go
Everything.
4K.
Look, I'm cool with Mario Brothers movie and Broken Arrow. Samantha Mathis, great. That's all I need right there.
All right. So ratings.
So I really love this movie, even though apparently like a lot of people have shit on it. I've never really met a lot of anyone aside from like you guys that have actually.
But I mean, like most
fucking
folks like
seen
that,
this.
if you're gonna like talk about it, it's not a movie that people reference very often as like one of their like a favorite or even a good movie in general. I mean,
No.
we're aware that it's a bad movie necessarily,
Yeah,
but it's
like,
still
as far as
good.
bad movies go, like
It's good.
this is
It's
really
good.
not.
Like in our
Like you're talking,
for
you,
us,
you
know?
want like actual dog shit. You're talking about like any U-Bowl movie, like Blood Rain or House of the Dead, which we'll be
Well,
getting
that's
to later.
that's bad because it's
There's, like,
bad, not
D-War.
bad even good. You know, like
Yeah. I give this a 4 out of 5. Like I checked it out in theaters. I remember renting it later, and I fucking like I love this movie because like I've always loved that fucking theme like that they use, the fucking shit trash ass future kind of thing shtick.
Okay.
Which I loved in the fucking 80s and early 90s or whatever that they used. Like it was very popular. Like even in the shittier like D-grade movies that tried to like copy that theme, or like the others that went with like the Mad Max-ish sort of theme. Pretty much just like this is like post-apocalyptic adjacent sort of thing. Like I mean, again, like this was sort of supposed to be like future-y or whatever and advanced, but at the same time, this is the only city across the entire globe of desert, kind of thing. Like it's like Judge Dredd sort
was
of
the
stuff.
planet always like that, or was
I
was
don't
wondering about
know.
that too, and
I don't know.
I also thought of Judge Dredd too with that shit role. Like,
the
yeah,
mega cities?
Yeah.
this Mario Dread.
Well, I mean,
Mega City.
Judge
from
Mario,
this discussion,
bud.
it seems like Super Mario like just pretty
I
much
am the law.
this movie like poses more questions than anything.
It's me, the law.
Bryce, your rating.
Life. Yes.
Yeah. I know the law.
Fuck yeah.
I am the law. God, anyway.
It's me. Your executioner.
Yeah. So yeah, I love this movie too growing up, man, and I haven't really heard too much about it. Like I said, you don't see it referenced too much. But yeah, rewatching it was pretty like the acting was, oh man, it was, you don't know such shit when
The
you're a
acting
kid.
was,
Right.
but again, like knowing what you do now, like as far as these guys getting all fucking drunk.
But I mean,
out.
look at the discussion. I mean, like this,
then the
this
bad
movie poses a lot
dialogue
of
to begin
questions. You
with.
know, like
Yeah.
not just like the movie. It's the movie
I
itself
think-
as it is, video game movie. But I mean, like you talked about, like are they like
Do you-
pro or anti climate change or some shit like that, or like
yeah.
is it pro evolution or
Right,
not?
Yeah. Do you think though that like,
Where did they get their fuel from for the cars? Like, it was electrical cars, obviously, but like, why is that? Apparently, like, there's all these questions we've been asking. So,
as far if okay, so
Yeah, why don't you have like you still have trees, so trees would still like fuck up and become coal.
Do they have
And
trees?
So you could
I don't
still
know, I don't
have.
actually remember
desert.
seeing anything.
I don't think that. Yeah, and why is there an
Because
atmosphere?
maybe in this world they used up all their fossil fuels, so maybe they are pro environment. Man, this is a
Damn. Oh, you could make like a whole Soylent Green type thing with that, where they're they're using themselves
all
for
their
fuel.
fucking coal, man.
Maybe.
No,
Do you think?
I'm also gonna give it a 4 out of 5. But this one is it's purely for nostalgia reasons for me, man. Because I do agree that the set designs are amazing. Like I don't know.
I think this
I
movie's
gotta
aged
stop.
well.
Yeah,
Like-
for
like
sure.
looking
Actually, it doesn't have any.
how's the special effects themselves seem?
Yeah,
to hold up
yeah.
still,
They
like,
don't.
yeah.
They didn't try to push it too much because you know what I mean. Like you can tell when movies at those times, like you didn't. No, I mean like as far as they didn't rely too much on the
overusing it.
yeah.
CGI
They
or
did it
whatever.
classy. It was well.
Right.
It was used
Yeah, it was
well.
a very good mix of practical and digital effects.
Yeah, the practical
In fact,
was fucking
actually,
badass
I
as
think
shit.
it was one of the first movies to use a transition of practical to digital effects, and it was fucking great. I thought. Do you think that the directors and producers focused more on the world building itself than they did on the actual
absolutely.
individual characters?
Absolutely.
So that
Yeah,
would
I
explain
would
why
agree
you
with
have like
You have these lackluster
shit-
characters
yeah,
like Luigi,
exactly.
like
Very
Mario, like
bland.
even like there's not
they're
much
stereotypes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, there's
as far
there's
as-
not much depth to the characters themselves, but
Right.
like you said, like it's mostly
because it was
the
also
world.
supposed to be a children's movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They have to keep it somewhat PG. Why is there so much cleavage in this movie?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I don't know. So
All
much,
I know
so
is
much
watching
leather.
me watching
So-
as a kid.
to
I was
remind
kind
you
of.
of something,
They
don't
ended
know.
up cutting this out, but they did film scenes with strippers in there. So
Yeah, I
Like,
saw
they were
that.
stripped
Yeah,
on and shit,
in the
like-
club, they actually
and
they
then
actually
there's
brought in real
that
strippers.
weird BDSM shit in the cop station where the desk sergeant has like that heel
Oh,
being
yeah.
drawn
Oh,
like
right,
grabbed into his
right,
fucking
yeah,
neck
when,
by
when
the
they go
fucking.
in
Has the
and
what?
they're like, how many Marios are there?
There's a girl with like the heel and she's digging in his
she's-
back and
she's
stuff.
like giving him
Oh
a-
yeah, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they have the
sensual
whole, and they got the,
massage.
they got all the fucking mud baths all the time. It's like,
Yeah.
you know what I love about mud?
right?
It's
so
dirty.
It's so
clean.
dirty,
So
but
clean.
at the
Like-
same time.
Yeah, and he's just sitting in there.
And that's
with,
some Trump
Lena.
tweet bullshit right there, man.
Yeah, 'cause
So,
he's
like,
a
once you get,
germaphobe,
like-
man. He's always
Yeah,
like
huge,
spraying things.
Huge
with the,
germaphobe.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking hilarious when they were in the police precinct.
Oh, when he grabs his
He-
like face and shit like
Yeah,
that.
he grabs his face and then he takes his hands up and the cop just sprays his hands. Shh, you never
Yeah,
touch
whistles him
Koopa.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
So you said 4 out of 5, right?
I'm a 4 out of 5. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just go real quick. Mine is I'm gonna say 3 out of 5, and again, mostly for the characters. I do
Kill
like
yourself.
the movie itself. It's a nostalgia movie for me. Well, I say like I've watched this movie a shit ton of times. I mean, I
Yeah.
never passed up a moment to watch this movie. But being realistic about it, the characters themselves have very little depth. John Leguizamo annoys me a little bit more in
Yeah.
this
He
movie.
is annoying.
Well, he is the past.
And
Bob
he's the
Hoskins
best, exactly.
is actually pretty funny. Pretty
Yeah.
No,
good.
I don't mind. I don't mind
Like
Bob Hoskins as Mario. Like I
Yeah,
like
which is-
him,
he
but
fits
it's John Leguizamo that kind of like.
But see, that's why I give it the rating I did. Like the same reason you're saying that you never miss up an opportunity to watch the movie. The one
And
I
you know
watch
what-
it, I
you know
enjoy
what's-
it every
you know
time I
what's
watch
funny?
it.
No, I do enjoy
You
it,
know
but
what's,
I also get annoyed by John
Yeah.
Leguizamo
You know what's funny?
too.
How they wrote this as like sort of Luigi and the princess like being like sort of the upper tier
Yeah.
characters. In the games, Luigi like takes a backseat to Mario for
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Exactly.
Everything.
Luigi never gets the pussy.
And
man.
also
He's always-
Mario is all about the Princess Peach, not Luigi. Luigi gets Daisy. Which, I mean, that's her, but like that's not the same character that is supposed to be represented in the games and in the movie. Daisy isn't brought out until like, I don't know,
But it would be around the time that this that's being represented in the video games.
No, yeah.
And
like,
in the movie
what's
itself.
being represented in the video games as far as like what Princess Daisy is supposed to be is she's actually supposed to be Princess Peach.
It's up to
And
date.
Peach is Mario's
I just remember too. I think Super Mario, or I think Mario 3, we get the wands because the king. There's there's a king, right? In the Mario 3,
the kings have their wands, and the wands are taken away from them
And
by
they're all like-
Koopa's kids.
but they're all like they'll transform into like weird things, right?
Yeah, they
oh,
turn
so
into
is that
like
where they got?
toads and monsters and shit.
Is that
When
where
you
they
get
got
the
the
wands back
inspiration
from
for this
them.
one?
Yes, actually, I think. Well, you know what? No, I like how you're making that connection, but again, like they said, the most of the inspiration was from Super Mario World, which does not have that stuff in it.
And so the king in this one, is he like descended from a fungus then, or what's going on?
I assume so, because like they're from the Toadstool Kingdom, and like he's devolved into a fungus. So maybe it doesn't make any fucking actual sense.
Or is that just like he's evolved to before the primordial ooze? He's like a fungus. Because I guess because Koopa does turn into a slime at the end, which is like I'm assuming it's supposed to be like primordial ooze.
The single cell organism or whatever, the primordial ooze. I don't know, because that would be an ooze and not a fungus, right?
Well, yeah.
Granted, yes, fungus are single celled. They're just a shitload of them, which not quite doesn't. I don't think that quite flows
To
accurately.
quote Jim Carrey as the Riddler in Batman Forever, too many questions.
Daniel, what's your rating for this movie?
Flat 2.5. I'll get to that at the start. It's a movie like is once again like I'm not upset if I ever watch it. I don't ever actively
This isn't a
turn it off or
Criterion.
whatever, but it's nothing I go to like hunt it down.
Classic.
For.
Oh, damn, imagine Super Mario on Criterion Collection.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Fuck, with some of the movies on there, it might be fucking up for
you
it
tend to
someday.
forget that this movie even exists. Personally,
Yeah, like really,
I'd say so.
like you see the memes out there. You always see like the movie poster of Leguizamo and Hoskins in there, like Mario shit. But like, you go, oh yeah, fuck man, yeah, Dennis Hopper's in that fucking movie. Oh fuck, yeah, this but it's not anything like with all of the shitty references, like reference Street Fighter on episodes or whatever. Like we think about these like bad video game movies, but like Mario, like. I fucking forgot it fucking existed. Like when we brought up the idea of doing like the first quarter of this year of
I would say Double
video
Dragon
game movies.
is way
I
more
didn't even
forgotten
think of
than
Super Mario Brothers.
I would sooner forget Double Dragon than Mario Brothers. But Double Dragon is also
And
great.
actually, Double Dragon had a cartoon series for a while too.
Yes, it did. And,
It did.
Also has Robert Patrick as the villain in that one.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
we'll be getting to Double Dragon.
Yes, we'll be getting Double Dragon soon enough.
Right.
I've been playing a shit ton of Double Dragon on my Switch on the.
Nice.
But we'll just bring this episode to a close, and we'll mention the fact that we are doing a Double Dragon episode coming up.
Oh, I like to mention that there's about 30 minutes of content missing because Ray derailed Roland pretty well.
Yeah.
And,
bitch. And then you went to take a shit.
no, I went to go fucking talk about COVID shit at work, actually, or work people.
Same thing. All right.
Yeah, I had to.
Agree, disagree.
I had to put stop to Roland because you know how he is.
Oh, fuck off. It's bullshit. All right. I had a good.
I said you got a good tight 10, but I mean, there's gonna be a little and what?
Go fuck your.
And
So
don't forget
I-
all the
I-
hand gestures you have to cut out.
Yeah, I figured I'd have to. I'd edit like right here
I got
now.
one that's important. This is all you need. This is all I need.
You do.
Sustain me.
Gulp it down, baby.
The fuck are you drinking anyway?
He's drinking red rum.
Yep.
It's so colorless, though. Is that just like the bottle fucking with the? Because that looks like it's a pretty colorless fucking. Do you have a little glass?
It's a bottle.
Yeah, I think it's clear. It's just like some kind of like coconut pineapple spiced rum. It's got a little bit of kick. It's not bad.
That is definitely not what I would think for a red rum.
Yep. a blend of premium Caribbean rum / rum and natural tropical flavors. $20, 35%. Gimme.
All right, that'll be the end of the episode. Double Dragon coming up soon. This is our first episode of 2021. So, Bryce, thank you for joining us again.
Yes.
And thank you for letting us come to your studio,
anytime.
dining room.
Yes.
My name is Ray.
Tis I.
Get the green screen.
Roland.
Right? We'll put it up right
Yeah,
there.
get it right there, right?
Be anywhere we want to be.
We're going to be at the beach next time. We're
We
recording
didn't even
podcast
talk
outside.
about the Cool Runnings mattress scene, man.
Feel the rhythm.
Yeah.
Feel the run.
And talking about Super
It's
Mario.
podcast
man,
time.
right there. Yeah.
And Pacific Northwest Studios.
This is Daniel. And wouldn't it be like feel the runs for us?
Feel the runs.
Hey, if Ray had
Drink
a
the
soda.
kombucha.
Yeah.
Feel the runs.
Right. Why back to front?
Take a shit.
Well, you know,
it's
it's
podcast
podcast
time.
time.
All right. Until next time. Yeah.
Laters.
Better. It's me, the law.